games are certainly big games, even though non-region, it doesn't matter. As like I said, throw all the A's away when these two teams play each other tonight.
You mentioned handle your business, and I think that's something that we have seen Gallatin do well in two games in particular, Hillsboro and Wilson Central. Obviously played well in the second half, especially against Hillwood, and then last week against an overmatched Hunters Lane squad. But it's the little things, and Coach Mark Williams mentioned that when I spoke with him pregame about taking care of those little things. We can't see center snaps over quarterbacks' heads in shotgun tonight.
No, there's been 5 this year.
We can't see fumbles by backs, quarterbacks, receivers, anybody. If you get your hands on the football, you have to hang on to the thing. We can't see the penalties and the silly mistakes that at times we have seen from this team. If they can do those things well tonight, they'll certainly put themselves in a position against this Hendersonville squad to get out of here tonight with a victory.
Yeah, Coach Mark Williams stated last week, Gallatin's team, they did what they're supposed to do. They preached to them all week about doing the little things right, and he said he thought they did do that last week, and that's what he wants to see tonight as well. Go out, do what you're supposed to do. And again, he also mentioned regardless of the competition, whether it's a good team they're playing or a not so good team, he said you don't want to see a dip or rise with who their opponent is. And that's what they're striving to be, is to be a consistent team and not play to the level of your opponent, but play consistent every week, regardless of the strength of your opponent on the other side.
Absolutely. But if you play to the strength of the opponent, tonight would certainly be, you would have to say it would be an uptick because certainly we know Hendersonville coming in with an outstanding squad. And when I look at this game tonight, guys, I really think, and Bobby, tell me if I'm crazy when I say this, obviously games are won and lost in the trenches, but in particular, I think center tonight for Gallatin is a key. He is the one that we mentioned, the snaps over the quarterback's head that we've seen from time to time. But he's the guy that's going to be making adjustments and things up front for the offensive line as well. And he's a guy that's going to have to do some blocking in that interior because I think Gallatin has to run the football tonight in this one.
Oh, I agree with you. If we don't get 100 yards on the ground, I think we're doomed. As I said in the pregame, though, the entire offensive line for Hendersonville is all seniors. So tonight, the Greenway find themselves in the deep end of the pool. They're playing a team, when they win, average 31 points a game. If they score 31, they're probably going to win tonight.
Well, let's hope we can hold them under that. Now, I was talking to a gentleman in the local media prior to the game that was actually in Franklin the night that the Rebels defeated the Commandos 24-7, that final score. And he said on that occasion, Hendersonville looked terrible. He's seen them twice and said once they looked really good, once they looked really terrible. So hopefully tonight we get that terrible version, guys.
Well, Jekyll or Hyde tonight, right? Jekyll and Hyde.
Well, and again, I didn't see either one of those other games, obviously, but I trust the opinion of the gentleman that told me that. He is, as I mentioned, a media member that's been around high school sports in Middle Tennessee for, 20-plus years at least I know of. And so I'll take his word for it that they were up and down, one game good, one game bad, and it just depends tonight. And I think we've seen some of that from Gallatin as well. So perhaps two teams that are similar in that sense tonight going at it.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you have an opinion, but you just don't have a good feel of what the final outcome is going to be. Last week we kind of had a feeling that it was going to be what it was. But, yeah, you were talking about center play tonight, Horatio Shaw. Horatio Shaw, sorry. Man is easy. Man is going to have to play man tonight. So,
indeed. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take you through the starting lineups for this Hendersonville-Gallatin matchup. It's coming up right after this. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by Allstate Insurance here on the WHIN Radio Network. Okay, so I can announce that now. We've got good audio. Wow. How many yards was it? Just 20 yards. 20-yard run. Okay. All right. do the Hendersonville offense. I know.
The Sumner County Sheriff's Office and the Sumner County Emergency Management Agency. Football fans, a mobile broadcast of Commando football is available on WHINradio.com.
No good. It's a lost cause.
It's in the middle.
Yeah. That's that double pain.
PAIN.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay. I didn't realize you were in it.
Much better. I hated not hearing, knowing what's going on.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Paul Decker Field in Hendersonville. And Bobby, you will appreciate this, obviously. There is a college football game going on at the moment up in Louisville, Kentucky. Georgia Tech playing Louisville there. And former Green Wave standout Jordan Mason, a 20-yard touchdown run in that one. And Louisville trailing Georgia Tech early in that contest. Jordan's having a pretty good year there for the Yellow Jackets, Bobby.
He is off to a fine start. Fine young man. And Greg, while we have a moment here, let me just pop this question to you.
No, I will not marry you.
Were eyebrows raised last weekend when Hillsborough shut out Beach?
Oh, it was 20-7 was the final, but okay. I think maybe, but we saw that from Hillsborough last year. You know, the Gallatin did beat them earlier in the season, and they got rolling towards the end and then made a pretty good run into the playoffs, and perhaps that's what we're going to see from the Burros this year. So I don't know that it's a surprise, perhaps the final score being 20-7 in it, and the way that I was told that it played out, that it was kind of dominated by Hillsborough most of the game, even though the score wasn't that one-sided. So,
well, you know, last year Hillsborough and Beach played a doubleheader. They played into the third round of the playoffs. So
yes.
Fortunately, I hope Gallatin don't put their all their eggs into one basket tonight, because we got a bye week to rest the injured people, and we need to win in 2 weeks against Beach, because the next tiebreaker is definitely not in our favor.
No. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here tonight, Stephen, for Hendersonville on offense.
All right. So Gallatin's going to have to stop the wing tee again, and they run it on the spread sometimes, according to the coaching staff that I talked to earlier. We'll start with center as a 6'3", 250-pound senior wearing number 61, Zach Rockham. At right guard, 5'9", 230-pound senior wearing number 54, Adrian Silva. At right tackle, a 6 foot, 260-pound senior, number 77, Austin Hamlin. And at left guard, a 5'10", 180-pound senior, number 65, Wyatt Guthier. And at left tackle, 6'4", 300 pounds even, wearing number 78, senior Andrew Waters. Again, all of the offensive line for Hendersonville are seniors, a very strong core. At tight end will also be on the line, as well as split out sometimes 6'1", 185-pound senior wearing 87, Robert Christian. And then wide receivers, you have a 6 foot, 180-pound senior Cameron Stevens wearing number 11, and Jalen House at number 4, 170 pounds junior Jalen House. Wingbacks, you've got they'll line up, one will line up off tackle and one will line up behind the tight end. 5'10", 175-pound junior in the ring, number 14, Isaiah Chandler. And their stud running back, 6'3", 195-pound senior, number 32, Derek Kincaid. He is their leading rusher, averaging 118 yards per game. At fullback is a 6 foot, 175-pound senior, number 20, Nate Hancock. And the quarterback is a 6'4", 215-pound junior wearing number 2, Drew Hohenbrink.
Defensively for Gallatin, it starts up front. DeAndre Majors. He's a senior at 5'8", 277. He'll wear number 54. He, along with Michael Brinkley and Kevin Torres. Brinkley, a junior at 5'9", 315. Torres, a senior at 220 and 5'9". Brinkley, number 55. Torres, number 56. Your linebackers, Quentin Hyatt, the Will linebacker, 6'1", 236, a senior, number 81. The Mike linebacker, Bailey Silcox, 5'11", 225, senior, number 42. It's Tristan Kemp at the other linebacker inside, 5'5", 202-pound junior, number 22. Stephen Holcomb, a linebacker as well, 5'6", 165, a junior, number 28. And then the secondary tonight, Solomon Yarbrough at left corner. He is a junior, 5'4", 158 pounds, wearing number 5. The other cornerback's Devontae Holcomb, number 24, 5'5", 157 pounds, and a junior. In the secondary are the safeties, Reggie Morris, 5'5", 208, senior, number 3. And getting the start tonight at the other safety spot, Keith McBroom, a junior, 5'9", 158, wearing number 21. He goes in place of Trey Levitt, out tonight, injured for Gallatin. Offensively tonight for the Commandos, Stephen. Or for Gallatin, rather. Let me jump over and do the offense for Gallatin. How about I do that?
All right, go right ahead.
Getting ahead of myself there. So, offensively for Gallatin tonight, it starts up front for the Green Wave. At tight end tonight, it's Quentin Hyatt, the senior, 6'1", 236, wearing number 81. DeAndre Majors, senior right tackle, 5'8", 277, number 54. Senior right guard, Kevin Torres, 5'9", 220, number 56. Horacio Shaw, the senior, 5'9", 275, number 52. At the left guard, senior, 5'11", 197 pounds, number 50, Jarrett Chavone. And at the left tackle, it's Nicholas Stewicki, 5'10", 300 pounds, a junior, number 57. Your wide receivers, Ethan Green, 6'1", 172, a senior, number 89, and Solomon Yarbrough. He is a junior, 5'4", 158, wearing number 5. We'll see Zay Kern out there as well as A.J. Branham tonight. In the backfield, Bailey Silcox, your fullback, 5'11", 225, a senior, number 42. The tailback is Spencer Briggs, the junior, 5'9", 189, number 14. Spencer finally getting healthy. And senior quarterback, Anders Sloan at 6'3", 213 pounds, wearing number 18 tonight. For Gallatin now, Stephen, defensively for Hendersonville.
All right, Hendersonville Commandos running a 50 defense. I believe that's the first one we've run across this year, so that means they have 5 down linemen. And it all starts with a nose guard, 6 foot, 260-pound senior, number 77, Austin Handleman, who starts both ways. At left defensive tackle is a 5'9", 200-pound sophomore, wearing number 68, Aaron Heath. At left defensive end is 6 foot, 185-pound senior, wearing number 87, Robert Christian, who also starts on both sides of the ball. And at right defensive tackle is a 6'4", 310-pound junior, Wilson Higgs. He is a run stuffer. He's very difficult to move. And then at right defensive end, a 6'3", 240-pound senior wearing number 82, Austin Hallis. At inside linebacker, you have 5'7", 160-pound junior wearing 56, Bryce Tyler. At other inside linebacker, 5'10", 203-pound junior wearing 51, James Jordan. At left cornerback is a 6'1", 210 sophomore wearing number 8, Brett Rowe. At right cornerback, a 6 foot, 175-pound senior wearing number 20, Nate Hancock, who also starts both ways. And at strong safety, a 5'7", 170-pound sophomore, number 29, Luke Clements. And wrapping up the defense, free safety, 6 foot, 180-pound senior, number 11, Cameron Stevens, who plays both ways as well. And we're going to take a break as they do the national anthem. We'll be back live at the WHIN radio network here at Memorial Stadium.
Richard, give me an extra 30-second commercial in this break for the national anthem.
Carrying the national colors is Cadet First Lieutenant Emma Cody. Carrying the Marine Corps colors is Cadet Staff Sergeant Ethan Hillis. Rifle escorts are Cadet Sergeant Brian Schoenheit and Cadet Gunnery Sergeant Olivia Smith. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your hats for a moment of silence for our military troops defending our freedom around the world. Thank you. And now we ask that you place your hand over your
Richard, they have not started the anthem, so make it one full extra minute, not just a 30. Sorry. They're taking their sweet time.
High School Band of Gold under the direction of Dr. Jeff Phillips.
Hey, Richard, were all the levels pretty good? Everybody you heard pretty equal?
Football fans, please be standing for the marching off of our nation's colors.
Hey, Richard, how are my levels? Everybody sound okay? Welcome. The scoreboard is already set to 12.
Ready.
Yeah, they're ready to go. So we are ready to go. It's just a matter of the two teams finding their way out. I will tell you that already last night, one Sumner County High School team played a football game, Pope John, in action last night at home versus Hillwood. 58-20, the final. Pope John defeated Hillwood, which is very similar. Gallatin defeated them 60-24, 60-26 or 60-24.
I put it up.
I'm getting old. I remember the 60. I don't remember the other, but it was a lopsided victory for Gallatin in that one, and much the same last night for Pope John with the victory over the Hillwood Hilltoppers.
You were close, 60-24.
I said 60-24 or 60-26,
yeah,
so I got it. Yeah,
you changed it. You
won't let me have it. Come on, Bobby. You got to be the official now. You're the judge.
When you take a test, you got to go with your first gut. If you change it, you're going to get it wrong.
Well, I was never a straight A student, so we are getting set, and at least now for the moment, the temperature's starting to not exactly, I shouldn't say, but to get at least semi-pleasant here.
How is it down on the field, Bobby?
I think he's having a hard time hearing us. The band is cranked up here with us. That's one thing about the confines here at Hendersonville. They are close to us, the Gallatin band, and you can hear them, and there's not a lot I can do. I've turned down everything I can turn down, I can't turn them out.
Bobby's doing a little adjustments to his equipment down there, but a great crowd by the Gallatin Green Wave traveling to Hendersonville tonight. Both teams looks like the captains for Hendersonville are going to be the
entire senior
class coming out there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 20 of them, give or take.
Gallatin will send captains out, Anders Sloan, Ethan Green, Horaciago Shaw, and DeAndre Majors. They're 4 captains tonight. Gallatin in the white uniforms, white jerseys, white pants. Green letters and numerals, of course, green and gold stripes on the pants, the familiar gold helmets. Hendersonville tonight in their black home jerseys with white letters, white pants, the black helmets with the large H logo on each side of the headgear. And we are getting set for, Bobby, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. The band drowned you out there for a few moments.
Well, they may do that to us a lot tonight, and they are in front of us. But I tell you what now, for our list home, if you've not radio right now and they put on a show, they're very good. I'm glad they're not aimed at us. We wouldn't be able to hear anything.
Yeah, if we were in front of them, we'd be in big trouble.
Yes, the officials.
With Hendersonville's band to go to, also a top-notch band, we're going to have a game and a half.
There you go. That's always fun. Captains headed towards midfield to meet for the coin toss, and the senior class from Hendersonville standing on the sideline with the exception of 4 young gentlemen that will head across the field. Dalton Jones, one of those, Andrew Waters, another of those, Captain Eric Morales, and Austin Harris. For Hendersonville, let's go down on the field to Bobby Ridings with the officials for the toss of the coin to get this thing underway. Bobby?
Congratulations, guys. You guys have been picked and you're ambassadors on your team, so we're looking forward to you, to handle your side. You're going to handle your side. All right, good luck and have a good game, guys. Gallatin, you are the visitors. I have a coin that's heads, tails, head, and tails. What are you going to call?
Heads.
Said heads. If I drop it, we'll do it over. It is tails. You won the toss. What would you like to do? You want the ball. Which one do you want to kick? You want to kick that way. All right, so you guys come and stand on this side.
All right, the voice you heard, that of lead official tonight, Gerald Jackson. The home team wins, defers. Gallatin with the ball, moving south to north.
We'll have the kickoff, the wave to receive when we return to Hendersonville right after this on WHIN. One spot here, Richard. Just one spot and Roley open.
Who's starting in his spot?
21, McBroom on defense. Yep, this one right here and then Roley open.
Oh, you already put it on here.
But he's moving over to that side tonight.
Oh, he's taking
Yes.
Hambrights out.
Yes.
So he's going to be free safety tonight.
Set to tee it up and kick it away. The Commandos will kick off from north to south to Gallatin, who will receive at the scoreboard end of things here. And for those of you that might be familiar with the stadium, of course, it sits just off of Nashville Pike here in Hendersonville, right across from the Walgreens behind the old Ellis Middle School, which used to be Hendersonville High School.
Off of Johnny Cash Parkway.
Johnny Cash Parkway. And so the Gallatin offense will be driving towards Johnny Cash Parkway, Gallatin Road, right. Walgreens, here on this opening possession. And again, we are awaiting the teams to make their way out onto the field. Reggie Morris, Zay Kern will be the deep return man. I can tell you that for Gallatin. And Hendersonville still huddled up around Coach Beasley on the far sideline, about the 40-yard line, between the 35 and 40. And so we are moments away from teeing this thing up and getting this one underway. It's a big one, and it's the last one before a break that will occur a bye week next week for Gallatin. And certainly I know we are looking forward to that break. I'm sure the coaches and the players and families as well looking towards a little bit of time off. But business at hand tonight, the Commandos of Hendersonville High School. Hendersonville comes into this one with a record of 5-2. They are 3-0 in their region. Gallatin 3-0 in their region, 4-3 overall. And thus a big game, as we mentioned in the pregame, for each side, with the winner not earning anything in their region, but potentially it could affect the regions because of overall record and tiebreakers and such that play out depending on what happens down the road in the final. Now 3 weeks, 4 weeks in time, 3 weeks of game action in this regular season.
Yeah, this game could certainly come into play for playoff implications. However, the biggest thing at this point in time is these two schools are playing for pride. And Gallatin is a great fan base, has always been a storied program historically. And they brought a good crowd here tonight. And as you can tell in the background, we're going to have the band in the background. We're going to have the coaching staff in the background. You can't get much closer than this, Greg.
No, the coaches are sitting here at the table right next to us. They'll hear us. We'll hear them perhaps from time to time tonight. And I've avoided guys mentioning this tonight for professional reasons, because we're a radio station. We cover the Green Wave throughout the course of the season, every game. But the delay here at the moment is this game is televised tonight. And so television holding up the kickoff of this. That's the last time I'm going to mention that.
What you
just
do
know, yes,
is
that,
you turn on
exactly.
the game and
on the television.
turn the TV
volume
down, and you listen to us.
That's right.
That's what you do. And you guys were listening. Y'all are mostly from Tennessee. You know how we always did it when John Ward was on the radio. Not that we're even close to that level. However, that's what you do. Watch it on TV, listen to it on radio.
And that will be the last we'll mention of that tonight, though you will just know that these extended breaks that we have, and that's what we're waiting on right now, is the official go. And we can watch the gentleman in the vest across the way when he's standing on the field. The officials know that they are being held, and as soon as he exits the playing surface, we'll be ready to kick this thing off. Bobby, the teams are ready to go, and now this delay taking place probably won't have much of an effect on them, but certainly the nerves are still, I think, building here as we get ready for this one.
Yeah, the back judge walked up to me and said, when 7 o'clock hit, he said it's going to be 3 more minutes. And ironically, Tommy Oglesby, who played football for Gallatin, is one of the assistant principals here at Portland, at Hendersonville.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting here, I've got a score here you might be interested in. 11-12 remaining in the first quarter. Beach is up 7-0 over Station Camp.
That one's kicked off quick, and Beach striking quick in that one. And, of course, as we do throughout the course of the season, we'll keep you updated on scores during halftime and during the postgame. Our scoreboard updates brought to you by Campione's Taste of Chicago, of course, in Gallatin. We'll tell you more about them at halftime and in the postgame with boards.
Hey, Greg, I had a gentleman from East Tennessee to tell me right now the best public school in all of Tennessee is actually a 3A school.
Really?
Alcoa?
I would want to see them in Lausanne go at it. They're pretty loaded down there.
Lausanne in Mississippi.
Well,
actually.
Yeah.
They went to Maryville and won by 14.
Yes.
Yep. Several weeks ago, I remember giving that score out and was like, Alcoa and Maryville. That's a pretty good game that was going on over there in East Tennessee.
So, finally, we have been released to play football, and here come the Commandos kicking unit with Helton Porter, who is listed as a 6-foot, 155-pound junior running back, defensive back, tee in hand to tee this thing up and kick it away. to get us off and running. Throughout the 2018 football season, WHIN, in partnership with Michelle Patterson and Michelle Jackson, the Patterson team at Remax Choice Properties, miniature footballs will be handed out at select games outside the stadium prior to kickoff. Be looking for the Patterson team and get your football, and be sure to call Michelle or Michelle when you are ready to buy property in Middle Tennessee. With more than a decade in the business, the Patterson team and their staff will take care of all your real estate needs in a fast and professional way. When it comes to real estate in Sumner County and Middle Tennessee, the Patterson team's the only name you need to know. Call 615-822-2003. Ask for Michelle or Michelle today. Tell them you heard about them on WHIN. The Patterson team, proud alums and supporters of Gallatin Green Wave football. And now, guys, it's a different kicker. That's 87, I believe, isn't it?
Robert Christian,
yeah. 13 brought the T, and Christian.
I was eyeballing that. I was going to mention that here, and we're still waiting on that.
Yep, the gentleman in the vest.
Yeah, he's not anybody's favorite person out here.
Especially
right now.
ours. But that's okay, because we've had lots of time to talk to you, and now we've got lots of time for football. It's the Commandos. It's the Green Wave. It's the oldest, or one of the oldest, rivalries in Sumner County.
While we're waiting for the vest, man, let me just say that Ellis Middle School and Rucker Middle School play tomorrow morning at Beach High School, 11 o'clock. That's right, 11 o'clock in the morning for the championship of Sumner County.
Bobby, can you run over there? There he goes.
Yep, here we go.
Best man is off the field.
Here's Christian on the approach. Foot meets football. We're underway. High. Into the end zone, 3 yards deep, into the arms of Zay Kern, and Gallatin goes to work. 1st and 10 at their own 20. First possession of the night, and guys, we've talked about it always. First possession of the first and second half's key. Gallatin has an opportunity to make a statement with a drive here and get some points and take an early lead. Let's see what they can do with it.
Absolutely. You want to come out clicking on all cylinders, and going back to that kick, that was a great kick. Both teams are certainly capable of kicking it into the end zone most of the time. I did speak to special teams coach earlier tonight, and
Clint Ryder,
it'll be dictated based on how they line up.
Offset eye under center. Han Briggs coming to the right. Gets a block on the edge. Turns upfield. Has 4 out to the 24.
Yeah, 4 yards you need. So if you start out getting 4 yards, get 4 yards carry, that'll certainly move the chains. Pulled by the offensive line, and Gallatin starting off well here early in the first quarter.
And a wrinkle from Gallatin on that first play, guys. They came out in shotgun. Got Hendersonville aligned to the shotgun, and then quickly moved Sloan up under center. They broke the fullback out, winged him, and now they will go shotgun again and send Twins to the left, the football on the near right hash. Briggs to the left of Sloan in the gun. Fullback motions left to right. Han Briggs coming right side. Spencer lowers the shoulder, has the 25, 26, maybe the 27. Let's give him 3 yards there. Set up 3rd down and 3 for the Gallatin offense. 2 runs, net a total of 6 yards rather.
Yeah, defensive back Brent Rowe, the left quarterback, set that edge. We were talking about setting the edge for the Gallatin defense, but he set the edge and brought the Briggs back inside, and good defensive effort there by Hendersonville.
The nose of the football touching the 27, so Gallatin needs a long 3. Shotgun again, Twins to the left. Green wide, Yarbrough in the slot. Snap, roll, pass, complete. Yarbrough turns the field, break tackle, out across the 35, taken out of bounds across the way at about the 38-yard line. Wilson Bank and Trust. Gallatin Green Wave 1st down on their initial possession of the first half.
That's the way you move the ball, and the offensive line, all of them did a great job. They held their blocks for a long time and gave quarterback Andrew Sloan plenty of time to go through his reads and make a great, complete, positive yardage pass to Solomon Yarbrough for the Wilson Bank and Trust 1st down.
Single receiver each way. They go shotgun, and now Sloan under center. Give Briggs again, coming right. Turns up, carries the football out to the 40, give him 2 yards on the 1st down carry. Here comes the 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, the right side of the Henderson defense on that play got a little bit more pressure than they have in the previous 3 plays. So it's going to pin back Gallatin on 2nd down and, 7?
Well, they got him just across the 40, but shy of the 41. So officially 2 yards. It's a long 2. Yeah, so a long 8, I guess, on the other side of that. Hendersonville looks like they're lined up off sides.
They are.
That defensive end in the neutral zone. Handoff Briggs. Spencer looking for the corner. Turns upfield. Carries the football forward. Penalty marker comes down late from the backfield. That's not a good sign for Gallatin.
No, that's not a penalty.
And they didn't call that.
They didn't call the offsides.
Yeah.
The line judge didn't call the offsides, and it looks like they're going to have a penalty here on Gallatin.
Bobby, could you tell, was he offsides, or was that just us from the angle we've got from up here?
Well, I'm at a bad angle right now. I couldn't tell the offside, but I could tell the holding.
Okay.
Well, go up there and tell that line judge that he was offside.
It looked for the world like the left defensive end was lined up, head across the football. The penalty takes it back to the Gallatin 29-yard line, and certainly not what you want if you're the Wave now. Looking at a second down and right about 19.
Yeah, it negated a pretty good run by Spencer Briggs. They tackled him, tried to tackle him earlier, and he got very shifty as he can be.
Trips right, single left, snap back, Sloan fires across field, complete to Zay Kern. Spins out across the 40, out near the 42-yard line. It's a nice gain on the play of 13 of it, but leaves Gallatin now looking at a third down, and let's see, officially they're going to put it down at the 42, and they need to get just shy of the 48, so call it 3rd and 6.
And the referee got tackled too. He took a pretty big shot, but he got up. So, 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. If Gallatin can't convert, the good news is more than likely you can shift this field and pin Hendersonville back offensively.
Twins each way, shotgun snap, pressure coming. Rolling, firing, complete Yarborough. First down into Henderson territory, inside the Commando 40, out of bounds near the 38. Let's see officially where they mark him. It's a Wilson Bank and Trust first down. Put him out at the 37.
Great play. Yarborough came out of nowhere, came from the left side and ran about a 7 or 8 yard pattern in the middle of the field and brought it back to the Gallatin sidelines for a first down.
They will send trips left. Single receiver near side right is Green. Football on the right hash. Briggs to the left of Sloan in the gun. High snap. Pulled down. Andrews going to keep. Carries forward inside the 35. The football knocked free. Hendersonville picks it up, but the officials say down is Sloan at the 33-yard line. So that is a gain of 4 on a high snap, guys. That was what we talked about. We could not have. Sloan manages, though, to turn it into a positive.
Yeah, Andrew jumped up and was able to secure the ball and just decided he's going to go ahead and run the ball for 4 positive yards. So, not what you drew up, however, still going the right direction.
Yeah, I'll take 4 yards on every play. If that's what you get on every play, you're going to win a football game. They'll send trips left. Single receiver right, shotgun again, it's pistol set. Now Briggs moves to the right of Sloan in the gun. Good snap back whistle, stop things as the play gets underway.
He's waiting for the call.
No signal from the officials as of yet. I didn't see anybody move on either side. Gallatin will be penalized 5 yards here. So rather than a second down and 6, it's second down and 11. And again, Gallatin working from behind the chains. They were able to overcome a holding penalty moments ago. Now they're going to have to overcome another one. This time, though, in Hendersonville territory, the football still at the Commando 38-yard line.
Yeah, you want to try to minimize mistakes. 2 early penalties here. Not completely put Gallatin out of the picture on this offense.
Bad snap. Sloan has to go back. Henderson falls on right at midfield. Unbelievable. One more time, the Wave just absolutely took their foot off.
Yeah, that one was Andrew couldn't grab a hold of that one. It was high and it was to the right, and Sloan had an opportunity to fall on it. Just came up a little bit short, and Hendersonville takes possession of the ball right here at midfield.
Bobby, did you see who got on that for the Commandos?
And for those that are counting, that's 7 high snaps this year.
First mistake of the night for Gallatin. First break of the night goes to the Commandos. Wing left, motion man coming left to right. Jet sweep coming. It's the receiver around the corner. Turns upfield into the secondary. Down the far sideline. Still on his feet. Finally out of bounds inside the 20-yard line goes Nate Hancock, who was listed at fullback, lined up as a wide receiver, came across on that jet action sweep. and has a big gain in the first down for the Commandos inside the Gallatin 30 down to the Wave 26.
Yeah, and center for Hendersonville, Zach Ruckham, he pulled on that play and made a key block to give Hendersonville opportunity for positive yardage, and they took full advantage of it on that play.
Motion man coming. Fake to Kincaid. Hohenbrink rolls left. Upfield the pass incomplete. Pressure coming from Bailey Silcox. The intended receiver that time was Keon Stafford. And the pass too high for Stafford. He was wide open.
He was wide open.
Had some room.
Hohenbrink overthrew him, and it was very fortunate that he did because he only had one other guy to beat, and that was the cornerback for Gallatin. And the cornerback had a receiver down there blocking downfield pretty good, so they potentially could have got 6 on that play.
Motion coming. That is Stafford. Fake the jet. Hohenbrink keeps to the middle. Lowers the shoulder. And carries the football close to first down yardage. That was just a fake on that jet action right up the middle. No disguise much at all.
Just a complete Hohenbrink had no intentions of handing the ball off to anybody there. And like I said, a lot of times the wing T, they all start off kind of the same play and is misdirection and a lot of bucks and a lot of sweeps. Assignment football is going to be important here in the red zone.
Handoff Kincaid coming left, cuts into the middle, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, battling towards the goal line inside the 5, down at the 2. But again, yes, there is a penalty marker back up at about the 17-yard line.
It should be on the defense, more than likely. Let's see, they're lined up discussing it right now. Gallatin's making some changes to their their defensive line here to get a little bit more beef up front. And we'll have the call for you here in just a second.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift on to Hendersonville.
So the Commandos backed up on that play, and now the Gallatin defense with their backs to the wall still, even though the Commandos have this penalty that negates a nice run, Gallatin defensively has to find and answer the football marked back to the 20-yard line to at least hold Hendersonville to a field goal here after that turnover on the bad snap. Gallatin driving the football into Commando territory and turned it over.
Yeah, you want to have best case scenario is fumble the ball and give it back to Gallatin. Worst case is they try to field goal.
In that wing set, Kincaid motions right to left, give to the fullback Hancock off the right side. Breaks a tackle, still running. Oh, that went to the edge, didn't it?
Yes, it sure did.
Wow. Hancock went up the middle and went into the end zone, and they actually gave off to Logan Spurrier. That name might be familiar.
Name.
He goes around the end, and I didn't even see him with the football. I thought Hancock for the world had it. Nobody tackling both of them. Either one of them would have scored on the play, and Hendersonville made that look too easy.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play there. The fake inside from quarterback Drew Hohenbrink to the fullback Hancock, and then I didn't see it either. I think it faked everybody out in the stadium.
Nate Hancock to hold Ashton Dodd to attempt this point after. Snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 your score. Hendersonville strikes first. A Gallatin turnover. Set them up. It's a 50-yard drive, and with 6:47 left, the Commandos lead Gallatin 7-0 here in the first quarter at Hendersonville on the WHIN network. Hey, Richard, go to 2-minute commercial here. The TV guy is out on the field, so it's going to be a long break, so do 2 minutes here. I'll just have to tell you. Yeah, I'll just have to tell you if he doesn't come out, we'll do a 1-minute break, and if he does, I'll tell you and we'll do 2. Because I don't want to sit here and have to talk any longer than we have to. I can't hear you.
51-yard drive.
No, right at 50. It was touching the. Unbelievable. They're driving the football, doing what you're supposed to do, and
you know it.
At worst, you punt them deep and make them go
Yeah, I know. That's why
80 or
even
90
if you don't
yards.
get the first down, you can pin them deep with a good punt and play field position.
Since 1966. Yeah. We've gone over all week.
7-0 your score. Hendersonville on the board first. They go 50 yards off of a Gallatin fumble on a bad snap out of the shotgun that set the Commandos up. They take it right down the field and cash it in. And now Gallatin goes back on offense. They had a nice drive working moments ago. They just need to come back, do the same things, take care of the football,
Certainly, yeah, you can
and
clean
score
up.
this thing.
Yeah, you had two penalties offensively so far, and then the big turnover right at midfield, and Hendersonville capitalizes on about a 50-yard drive. You know, getting the ball in several different hands so far. They've had the quarterback keep with Hohenbrink, hand off to Spurrier, Hancock, and we hadn't heard of Kincaid yet. But
They didn't need him on that drive.
It's early, and he's leading rusher with 118 yards per game, so he hasn't had to put the Jets on much. So he's going to be fresh. So Gallatin's going to certainly have to step it up here on offense and try to match this this possession.
Ashton Dodd tees it up at the 40 to boot it away. Reggie Zay Kern stand deep. Moments ago on the opening kickoff, he put it 3 yards deep into the end zone, so not really expecting a return here. We'll see. Perhaps Gallatin can get something out of it if he's unable to get there. Here's the approach and the kick. It is high and 5 yards deep. So he improved by a couple yards over his initial effort. And from the 20, Gallatin goes to work trailing. Here's 7-0. Bobby, I mentioned it a moment ago. The offense was driving. You just got to come back and do what you did, and this time finish the deal.
Couldn't have started off any better, and then all of a sudden a miscue. Didn't take them long to score. You heard the coach say in pregame, got to hang on the football, got to control the football, stay ahead of the chains.
They will go with a single receiver each side. Football right in the middle of the field at 20. Under center is Sloan. Tailback is Briggs. Fullback motions, and Hendersonville jumped up front. There's 5 yards for the wave. A hard count in that stop motion by the fullback that Gallatin runs, where he starts across and then abruptly stops, draws them off.
Yeah, and mindset there is you're kind of pinned deep a little bit. You want to give your team a little bit more wiggle room and stay away from the back of that end zone, especially when the snaps can sometimes fly over the head of the quarterback.
Shotgun. Now they go back under center. Wing right. Single receiver each side. Give Briggs coming right. Spencer cuts back into the middle. Breaks a tackle. Spun down out at the 29-yard line. A 4-yard gain. The Wave offense gaining 4 on the run. Of course, they got the 5-yard penalty. Now looking out at a 2nd down and 1 here.
Yeah, DeAndre Majors made a great block there. Right tackle number 54 for Gallatin kind of set that hole for the Green Wave.
For those of you at home that might not know, you can listen and watch the game live on the WHIN YouTube channel. Feeding audio and video to that thing tonight. Trips right. Give Briggs coming left. Spencer looking for a block. Cuts back. Cannot get away and taken down for maybe a loss of a yard indeed back to the 28-yard line. It'll set up 3rd and 2. He danced and tried, and it looked like he was going to get free and then could not.
Yeah, a little bit too much dancing there by Spencer Briggs. The offensive line held up pretty, for the first 2.5 seconds, and then Briggs kind of hit the wrong hole and had to do some stutter stepping, and not what you wanted to have there on short yardage on 2nd downs. They lost a yard.
As I mentioned a moment ago, guys, YouTube, go to YouTube on your computer. Type in WHIN radio in the search bar, and you can find the broadcast coming at you live on YouTube tonight. So we hope you'll check that out if you're at home listening. We'd love to have you watch this contest.
And you won't see us, so you don't have to worry about that.
You don't get to see the ugly portion. It's the players on the field. Here comes the 3rd and 2. Shotgun, trips right, single receiver left. Snap back, pressure, rolling, firing upfield. Intended Briggs. He was out there at the 35, but Sloan overshoots the mark. Double coverage there, but still, if it's in the right spot, it's probably a completion and a first down instead. Hendersonville about to get the football back here.
Yeah, Anderson was pressured by defensive end Wilson Hill, senior for Hendersonville, put a little pressure on him, made Sloan throw a ball a little bit higher than he had anticipated. And Gallatin's going to punt the football away.
Trace Kelly in to boot it deep. Standing back about his 25-yard line. That's Hancock, I believe. Yes, Nate Hancock. Snap back, pressure coming. He hits it high. It is short. It will come down and bounce and take a great Gallatin bounce and then be touched dead downfield at the Commando 27-yard line. So that kick, 45 yards, if my math is correct on the punt. No return, and Hendersonville leading 7-0 with 4:58 left in quarter number 1, goes back on offense.
Yeah, so Gallatin kind of played some field position here with a good punt by Trace Kelly. And Gallatin's got an opportunity to, we've got a timeout by Hendersonville.
And as they do that, we will take the break as well. 7-0 Commandos. They have the football back again when we return to Hendersonville. You're listening to Gallatin Greenway football on the WHIN radio network. Another TV timeout here, Richard, 2 minutes.
Once again, Commando fans.
Wow. Macon County 14, Portland nothing. Into the first quarter.
They're undefeated. Montgomery Central's undefeated.
This TV crap ruins the flow of a high school football
I
game.
don't like high school TV games. Just
I get it maybe in a state championship.
Yeah, but they were on the field for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just waiting to kick the ball off.
It's mine. Seven 0 your score. Hendersonville the lead in the football. And Bobby, you and I have been coming here for a long time to Memorial Stadium. They redid the technically, but it is a light up sign of Commandos. It is an actual light.
It looks great, and they also have a 40-second clock at each end.
Yes, they do. They'll go on offense. Wings to each side. Hohenbrink under center. Kincaid in motion. Give it to him coming left. Looking for the edge. Turns upfield and knocked out of bounds by Reggie Morris. Kincaid goes sailing, but he is out to the 35-yard line. And that, as we await, let's see where they officially mark him, at the 35, so he is short of the first down. It is a gain of 6, actually make it 7 on that first down carry for Derek Kincaid.
And I was going to say before that play, I've got a feeling we're going to see a whole lot of Kincaid on this drive right here because they didn't utilize him much on the first possession for Hendersonville.
Kincaid comes in motion. They fake it. Hohenbrink drops, now pressured. rolls, screen pass complete. Hancock off the right side. He's running across midfield, has the sideline. Terriante Staten across the way, saves a touchdown, but not before Hancock is inside the 30-yard line and knocked out of bounds across the way at about the Gallatin 26. Hendersonville moving the football. It was a perfect play call and design on the screen.
Yeah, big run there by Hendersonville and or pass with a lot of positive yardage. Staten's down. He took a big shot there on that play by Hancock.
He is down, yeah. Tackle. He's down across the way about the 15, 16-yard line. And while they come out to attend to him, let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back right after this on the WHIN network. Just give me one commercial here, and I'll tell you what to do after that.
Terriante Staten shaking up on the play.
No. Zay Kern checks in to replace Terriante Staten at corner on that left side. They'll go shotgun for Hohenbrink. He drops, looks, holding there. There's the penalty marker. They go end zone, and the pass broken up right about the goal line by Solomon Yarborough, but we're going to have a holding penalty. Gallatin brought pressure off the far side edge, and the tight end over there got a big handful of jersey and just ripped down Quinn Hyatt coming off that edge.
Yeah, so the penalty is certainly going to back Hendersonville up, but great coverage in the all there on an island by himself. Solomon Yarborough was all over Nate Hancock. Great defensive play, regardless of whether the penalty, and I'm sure they're going to come back to that, so Yarborough's going to have to be on his toes. And Hendersonville's wide receivers are lined up 5 yards in front of the ball. They're ready to go. Now they've got set. And
move it back to the 43-yard line, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which was in the backfield. So that is a huge penalty.
First and 28.
Yeah, they got to get to the 15.
Big opportunity for the defense to get Hendersonville off the field here.
Give Hancock, or Kincaid rather, wrapped up by Hyatt and company. Spun down Quentin Hyatt on the far side after a gain of 2 on that first down carry. And the wave defense now, guys, with this huge penalty, has to slam the door right here.
Yeah, this is going to be a big play on 3rd down, and I'll tell you, Kincaid is he's a workhorse.
2nd down.
2nd and 28.
Yep, 2nd and 28. Football at the 41 in Green Wave territory. 3:53 left.
He and Hyatt got in a rest on that play.
7-0 Commandos. Hohenbrink shotgun. Twins left, single right. Snap back. Hohenbrink rolls, looks, puts on a move, wants to run, headed for the sideline, runs over a man, but Hyatt from across the field tracks him down, takes him out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Trustin Kemp was there, but Hohenbrink is a big young man, lowered the shoulder, went right at him, and Hyatt, and they give him inside the 35 and down at the 32. So it is 3rd down and right at 16.
Yeah, Hyatt playing wheel linebacker coming from the other side. He made one tackle on one side and another tackle on the other to pin him deep here.
Big play for the Wave defense.
You know, Hendersonville's always got a kicker, so we'll see what they decide to do if they don't get a lot of positive yardage.
Kincaid to the left of Hohenbrink. He goes out into the flat. They throw it to him and wrapped up E.J. Brown.
I'll tell you, I doubt he's going to kick a 57-yard field goal. So
let's see where they mark him.
What they're going to do here. It's going to be
that is a terrible spot.
How in the world?
They're giving him the 35. He was hit at the 37 and taken backwards at that point back to the 39.
Yeah, anything ought to be on the 37.
It's from the 35. So it will be a 52-yard attempt, I would think, as
punting the ball.
Ashton Dodd is out. He's their field goal kicker as well. So Dodd to punt it away. Now watch this, guys. Kincaid is your up blocking back. Make sure they don't pull one on you. Snap it back. Dodd will boot it away. Hits it high. Morris signals for. Clears out, lets it go. It takes a Gallatin bounce at the 5 out to the 9.
Yeah, landed on the 5-yard line and not what you wanted to see. You definitely wanted to see that ball go in the end zone where Gallatin can get the ball on the 25-yard line, but they're going to be pinned back here, and a lot of work to do here in the first quarter, first half for Gallatin to tie this ball game up. So they're going to have to play disciplined offense, minimize mistakes, especially if they're going to shotgun down here deep. Now we've got a penalty. Flags thrown on the field.
What in the world is that for? Bobby, did you see anything?
It's going to be a sideline warning.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry. Those are just things in the world for absolutely no reason.
Sideline warning on Gallatin.
So, no penalty assessed. It's just a warning.
Yeah, the next one would be.
Yeah, the next one would be. If you get in the official's way. Here comes Gallatin out over the football. Will Wheatley is checked in at fullback. They will send a single receiver each side. Briggs the tailback, Sloan under center. Wheatley comes in motion. Handoff, Briggs coming right. Spencer lowers the shoulder and is drilled and knocked backward. That hole was there momentarily. It closed up quickly. He'll get a yard to the 10 and for second down.
Yeah, he was tackled by 3 Hendersonville defenders. Started with the linebacker J.D. Jordan. And Briggs didn't get a lot of positive yardage there. 1 yard.
Second 9, because of the bad snap already. I think that has Gallatin certainly backed up here. Not the bad snap, but that's why they're under center and will be. Fake to Briggs, pressure. Sloan steps up. He's grabbed, breaks a tackle, battling, still on his feet, taken down right about the 10-yard line. He managed to save that play from being and at least keep it at 3rd down and 9 here.
And Gallatin's been so far deep into their own territory that they are under center, so it's kind of limiting what they can't open up the playbook as much as they'd like to in these situations. And then Briggs is coming off, and senior Reggie Morris coming in on this 3rd and 9 possession here deep into their own territory.
Big play. You need a first down, at least one here, to get you a little breathing room to try. And they'll go shotgun. Now they go back under center. Offset eye to the right. Give Reggie Morris. Big hole Reggie. Makes a tackle. Pops outside. He's across the 25 to the 26. It's a Wilson Bank and Trust Gallatin first down. Reggie Morris on his first carry of the night.
First carry of the night for Reggie Morris. Mr. Dependable. Senior leader. Great play off the left side to give Gallatin some wiggle room here late in the first quarter.
Bobby, big run by Reggie to bail you out of that one and move the sticks.
Yeah, and if they're going to throw the football, they better keep somebody back in the backfield to pick up the oncoming rush because, quite frankly, Sloan's not getting any time.
He's under center, single receiver each side, offset eye right. Morris the back, fake it,
Single
rolling is Sloan,
right
firing, complete, Will Wheatley out at the 32, and then he is hit by Nate Hancock, and Hancock is down. He led with the helmet, did Hancock, and immediately grabbed his head.
Grabbing his head. They're going to have to watch this very closely with the concussion protocol, that type of thing. I'm not speculating on what the injury is, but he did grab his head, and we hope this gentleman's okay. He's moving his legs and everything. But it would be a big hit to the offense for Hendersonville because he's one of their
he's their fullback,
Nate Hancock. So he's a fullback, but he's more like another wide receiver. He's not as big as most fullbacks.
And speaking of concussion, the Sumner County Board of Education has a 3-page pamphlet or letter on concussion protocol. So it's for Gallatin, it's for Hendersonville, it's for Ellis Middle School.
Everybody else. So
now, Bobby, you saw him as we did. It looked from up here as if he went in with his head, and that was the first thing that contacted Will Wheatley on the play, and he immediately rolled over and grabbed his head. Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what he did. You got to watch out for that. if you make helmet-to-helmet contact, somebody's going to get injured, like that kid at Houston County who's paralyzed from his neck down, currently rehabbing in Atlanta at a famous hospital down there.
Back into the contest are Briggs and Silcox in the backfield. Gallatin working off the near right hash. Football at the 31. They need the 35. Second down and 4. Send twin receivers to the wide side, and that will do it. The clock strikes 0 on quarter number 1. 7-0 Commandos, but Gallatin with the football and a chance to answer. They just need to finish this drive when we return here on the WHIN Radio Network. All right, we got another TV timeout here, Richard, so 2 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry to have to do this to you on the fly, but with this TV stuff.
Make your plans to attend.
Hey, are you moving that around? Zoom in on shots, too. Matthews Team Store is the official uniform provider for Gallatin High School football and the Green Wave coaching staff. For all your team apparel, check out Matthews Team Store on the web at www.matthewsteamstore.com. That's www.matthewsteamstore.com and get the gear the coaches wear for the Wave fans in your family. Matthews Team Store, official clothing provider of Green Wave football and Wave apparel for the WHIN radio crew. And, guys, we are back here at Hendersonville's Memorial Stadium at Paul Decker Field. We await the start of the second quarter. Gallatin with the football, working on a second down and 4. The football just across the Gallatin 30-yard line. They trail 7-0. Did I get it all?
You got it all. I'm just trying to see who replaced Nate Hancock at right cornerback.
Looks like 25.
Number 25 is Jacob Newton, who is a junior.
And let's see if they go right at him, because he's going to line up on Ethan Green as Gallatin comes twins to the left. Shotgun Sloan. Wheatley, the fullback, in motion. Give Briggs. Spencer right into that stack, battling forward, then shoved backwards. He'll gain 2 of the needed 4 and set up a third down and 2. The football looks to be right at the 33-yard line.
And what I did notice, the cornerback Jacob Newton on that one, Nate Hancock was playing press coverage on Ethan Green, and Newton he kind of
rolled off
about
of it,
7 yards, so kind of took that quick hit pass away there. We'll keep an eye on that and see if they try to, because they're playing man coverage and not really running in a 50. They're running a 4.
Yeah, they've
4-3.
adjusted. Under center. Motion is Wheatley from right to left. Give Briggs. Spencer to the edge. And he got the first down across the 35 to the 36.5. Wilson Bank and Trust Wave first down, move the chains. That's what you want to do. Run clock, shorten this ball game, keep it out of their hands. Let's get on the board and make this a contest here.
Certainly. You want to run the clock, get first downs, take some time off of that clock for sure, because Hendersonville is pretty high-powered offensively. And Gallatin just needs to keep pounding the rock here.
They'll go shotgun, send Twins right, Wheatley wing left, Briggs to the right of Sloan. Now Wheatley goes in motion left to right. Snap back, Sloan on a half roll, looking up top, going up top, down the sideline. And he had the man, Yarborough, with a step on the corner. He was in between the corner and the safety, but Sloan overshot the open receiver there. It would have been a nice gain across midfield instead. Set up 2nd and 10.
It's a hard throw to throw that deep on the run, but he had a window there. It would have been a tough window for a college quarterback on that one.
It was one of the few times that Sloan has had adequate time to survey the field.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to survey the field. Just
missed.
Just missed. Hard to throw on the run sometimes.
Single receiver each way. Sloan goes under center. Fullback wing left. Briggs is your tailback. Long count. Give Spencer into the middle. Not much there. And then Sloan trips and goes down. He got tangled up under his own feet and fell, limping, coming back towards the sideline to get the play call there after a gain of a couple on that first down carry.
And Andrew's been dealing with an ankle injury all year. Hurt it during the summer. And it's just an ankle. Once it starts hurting, you play football every week, it's going to hurt till the season's over. But he's tough, and he's a tough kid. He's back out there leading his team on this 3rd down possession.
I said 2nd down. It is 3rd down, in fact. 3rd and 7. Football
tight
at the
coverage.
Gallatin 39.
Tight coverage. He backed up on there. I'm looking at Ethan Green in the backup cornerback.
Snap back, pressure. Taken down is Sloan, sacked back at the 34-yard line. That was a jailbreak. The offensive line barely blocked me.
Yeah, and they had plenty of guys wide open, but you got to be able to see them first.
Yeah, he had absolutely no time.
When you got 4 defenders all over you right at the snap, it's tough to find anybody down.
Tom Brady doesn't do much with that pass rush in his face.
No, he just slides down and lets his defense take care of it till he gets the ball back.
So instead of continuing the drive, the loss makes it 4th down and 12. And here's Trace Kelly.
This is a very important punt here. 9:32 to go in the 2nd quarter. Kelly needs to get all of this and pin Hendersonville's high-powered offense deep.
Snap back, pressure coming, and he got it high. Moving away, and now it takes a Hendersonville bounce at the 30, and Ethan Green catches it at the 31.
Yeah.
And they'll mark it at the 30.
Good job by Green there. He slowed that one from being more positive yardage for Hendersonville. So good punt, just went the wrong way once it hit the ground.
Greg, I think if Gallatin's going to pass the ball, they're going to have to keep somebody in the backfield to block.
You know what? The way they're bringing that pass rush, don't be surprised if we don't see a screen here in a minute. Let them come through, drop it over the top, and watch them run. That'll slow it up some.
Especially if they have a blitz there.
We've got another timeout on the field. There is 9 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first half. 7-0 Hendersonville. And we'll take the break. You're listening to Greenway Football here on the WHIN Radio Network. 2 minutes here, Richard. There's another TV timeout. Yeah.
That sign looks good.
Yep.
You can't hide money. I played on this field. We beat them on their homecoming. Beat the fire out of them. Of course, they were a lot smaller. They weren't that big of a school then. 1994. They were big, but they weren't.
Football fans, Wilson Bank and Trust is your official game day sponsor of Commando Football. Wilson Bank and Trust, your hometown community bank. serving all of Middle Tennessee and supporting high school athletics across Sumner County.
Hey, tell is Andrew good? Right. You don't need to worry about that.
Hey, Bobby, Quentin Hyatt's out of his pads over here.
Big blow to the defense.
Here we go. The Commandos go back on offense, and Gallatin without Quentin Hyatt, their linebacker here on the sideline, out of his shoulder pads. We'll get you an update. Handoff, Hancock, caught. Woo! Miranda, woo! Branham, gonna lose big. Nate Hancock, the Gallatin defense swarmed it on that handoff on the speed sweep. It's a huge loss on the play. They never got him to the turf, but Ulysses Miranda in the backfield to wrap him up, and then Branham there to drive him back further. And wait, okay, I was going to say, I looked at the marker and thought, where did they spot that? They'll spot it at the 22. It's an 8-yard loss.
The bad news, Nate Hancock's back in the game. The good news is they splattered him on that play.
Yeah.
He ended up after the whistle blew, he was in the end zone.
That is a 8-yard loss. Here comes a second down and 18. Shotgun Hohenbrink. Motion is Hancock. Kincaid rolling. Hohenbrink. Pass upfield. Dropped.
Had him wide open right there at the 30-yard line. Hit him in the numbers. The number 87.
Austin Hallis. 82.
Oh, was it 82?
82 Austin Hallis.
I've got a little bit of a glare here on my glass, and it's some tempered glass. It's got a little moisture condensation
just a
in
little
between,
bit.
so I'm having to move my head around.
Whistle stop play now.
From the Greenway sideline, Staten has got ice pack on the knee, and Hyatt, believe it or not, looks like a serious shoulder injury. The pads are off, and the trainer's working with him.
That's a big loss.
Yeah, it is. Quentin was having a good start.
Had 2 tackles, solo tackles, and I'm sure he was involved in some of the other ones. He's been playing great at the will linebacker position tonight.
And a penalty against Gallatin. I didn't see
But it is sideline.
You got to be kidding me. So a 5-yard mark-off makes it 3rd and 13 here for the Commandos. They'll go under center, wings each side, single receiver to the left. Motion man coming across. Pitch back to Hancock.
Oh,
trying to come upfield. He breaks a tackle. He's going to pick up the first down and more. He may be gone.
Got one man.
Yarbrough coming upfield. Can he get him? He does. He tackles him all the way down at the Gallatin 5-yard line. Unbelievable. They had him wrapped up for a loss and let him come all the way back across the field.
Yeah, they had him blocked. They had him pretty much stopped. And then Hancock, what happened?
No, I'm just.
Oh, I thought there might have been a flag or something.
No.
Yeah,
they had him.
They had him wrapped
surrounded.
Up. Cut on the other side of the field, on the Gallatin side, running down the sidelines for a huge gain. Big momentum shift, and Hendersonville is in the red zone again.
You had your play to get off the field and get the football back. Instead, it's 1st and goal at the 6. Give fullback right up the middle. It's 6 yards into the end zone. Walking in is Dalton Jones, and it's a 13-0 Hendersonville lead.
Jones is untouched right up the gut, fullback position, and Gallatin's gotten behind here early in the game. Got to clean up those penalties, and again, when you're running against at the edge, bring them inside, which they did.
Yeah.
And then
just failed to make the tackle and let him get all the way, literally back across. He came from the left hash all the way back to the right sideline.
Yeah, running the sidelines.
Yeah, and right down the sideline he went. Here's Ashton Dodd to attempt the point after. Snap back, hold down. Kick is up, and it's good. 7 minutes, 47 seconds left. Gallatin will get the football, but they now trail 14-0 to Hendersonville here at Memorial Stadium in Hendersonville. And we'll return. You're listening to Greenway Football here on the WHIN Radio Network. Another 2 minutes, Richard.
Make mistakes.
I'm going to give that score again.
Hey, Richard, pull right Price out of the rotation after this time. Don't run it again. Pull right Price furniture out of the rotation and don't run it again. I should have taken it out. It's not your fault, but just pull it after this one. I forgot. Ashton Dodd has the football teed up at the 40 for Hendersonville. Moved away. Back deep is A. Kern, Reggie Morris. I don't know that we're going to see a return. We won't. It's to the end zone. Actually, that wasn't Reggie Morris. That was Malachi McDowell. But nonetheless, it's still into the end zone. Stephen, you've got a scoring update on another big game in Sumner County.
Yeah, the Station Camp is down 28-3 in the second quarter to the Beach Buccaneers.
So Beach rolling in that one. Setting up, that is a non-division, of course, game, setting them up to likely be coming in 2 weeks versus Gallatin at Green Wave Stadium off a win. Well, right now, Gallatin down 2 scores, and the offense needs to get moving. And they have at times moved the football, but at times struggled against the rush of Hendersonville's front. They will send trips to the left, single receiver right, shotgun, Briggs to the left of Sloan, motion man Yarborough from left to right. And off Briggs into the middle. Spencer breaks a tackle, breaks outside to the 30, still on his feet, spinning into the hands of Kincaid, and it's slung out of bounds up at the 35-yard line. That is a 15-yard run, and a Wilson can trust Gallatin first down. Spencer Briggs, his biggest run of the night, and you just need to pop him into the open and let's get a big one here.
And you know what got that play started? That was the best snap I've seen all night out of shotgun.
And some good blocking up
He
front.
handed Sloan right in the gut before Sloan handed that ball off. It was perfect. That's what I was watching for.
Pistol set, send trips right, single receiver near side left, football on the near left sideline. Now Briggs moved up. He will stay in the block. Rolling is Sloan. Sack.
Xander had some pressure and held on to it a little long.
There was no block whatsoever. The back just Olay and taken down back at the 24, and now you're going the wrong direction. And it's second down and long for Gallatin and the offensive line and blocking. Hendersonville just pinning their ears back.
They are, and then, you know, the last thing you want to do is give Hendersonville the ball back here in this situation from short distance, field position with 6:42, and they go into the half up at least 21-0. So Gallatin needs to play field position here if they can't get first down, so they can get a good punt.
Bunch tripped right, handoff coming right. This is A. Kern. Spins and take it down as he crosses the 25 to the 26. It's a gain of a couple. Here comes third down and long. They need to get to the right, just shy of the 46 from the 26. So you're looking at 3rd and 20.
Yeah, 3rd and 20. You don't do anything too crazy here, I don't think, with the way that the offensive line has.
You can't block it. What are you going to do?
So, you know, more than likely, you're probably going to see a run here.
Yeah, I would think. This might be the time, though, for that middle screen. They're coming so hard.
They're playing man coverage up top.
Snap back. Sloan looks. He's got him. They turn down the sideline, wide open. Across midfield, taken out of bounds. Hendersonville busts coverage and left Kern wide open, and the Wave offensive line blocked it up enough for Sloan to deliver.
I told you they were going to throw a ball. I thought, with the way the game's been going, but it was a quick pass, too. He was like 3-step drop release.
31 yards on the pitch and catch for the Wilson back and trust Wave. First down into commando territory. Snap the ball, boy. You got 15 people on the field trying to get off. Snap that thing, take the 5.
Too late.
Yep, snap back. Sloan rolls. Looking for the edge. Looking. Fired and intercepted. He forced it late across the middle into double coverage, and Robert Christian picked it off.
He was outside the pocket and could have ran for positive yardage and tried to squeeze it in there, and Hendersonville took advantage of it. And
the middle. That's what happens.
Yeah,
it happens 99% of the time.
That wasn't the best play by the quarterback there, unfortunately. Because kind of big play got into Hendersonville commando territory. Now Hendersonville's got 5.5 minutes to go up 21-0 here.
14-0. Gallatin hand off sweep coming to the right, hit, stacked up, taken down. It is Isaiah Chandler the carry to the 36 for a gain of maybe give him the 37. Make it a yard gain. Here comes second down and 9. Gallatin needs a turnover right now. That's your saving grace.
Great play by Kevin Torres. Defensive tackle pinning him back there to move the Hendersonville inside where the rest of the Green Wave defenders could come up and make that tackle.
Bobby, Hendersonville gets the ball to start the second half after winning that toss. You got to stop them here.
You need to pin them deep.
Yeah, they score here, game over.
Hand off to Kincaid into the middle. Wrapped up, breaks the tackle. Manages to wedge 39. Let's see. He started at 39. Now they spot him across the 40. He bounced across the 40. He didn't touch the 40 before he went down and bounced across it, but they give it to him nonetheless. Here comes a 3rd and 5 for the Commandos.
Biggest play of the game for the Gallatin defense right here. They need to get Hendersonville off.
Yeah, you got to stop them
in a heartbeat.
I don't know what you call, but you got to stop them. Send a single receiver wide left. And coming, give the fullback. He didn't get there. He is short of it. They stack him up at the 44, and they'll actually, well, it looked like 43 where it initially came in. Now the official on the far side spotting it just shy, it looks like.
Flag on the field.
Yep.
But defensive coordinator Sean Corbin certainly lit up the blitz on that play, and I was hoping that's what we'd see.
Big penalty call right here, guys.
Yeah, this needs to go against Hendersonville.
Personal foul. Hendersonville.
That's big there.
That's a play. 15 yards, and it's 4th down, and now a punt.
4th and 18.
It's after the
play.
Exactly.
So this should bring on the punt team for Hendersonville.
4 minutes left.
Reggie Morris back there. Reggie's playing smart. They haven't punted all year, Reggie. He hasn't had as many opportunities as he would like. Last week he should have. It's be a good time for him to run one back.
Snap back pressure, but he gets it away. Reggie coming up. Reggie fields and calls for and makes the fair catch at the Gallatin 37. So 3:46 remains. You've got time now. You have got to get forward. Field goal.
You've got time and you've got 3 timeouts. You don't have to get it all in one big pop right here. Do what you do best and get in some better positive field position here and go in at half 14-7 is the goal at this point in time.
And Bobby Anders Sloan owes his defense right there a Gatorade at the half, bailing him out.
Yeah, he's had some times where he just needs to run the football. When the offense breaks down, the wide receivers, they don't have anybody open. You just cut and run, trying to get as many positive yards as you can to keep the drive alive.
I would double team number 82. I don't care where he is.
Shotgun, trips left, snap back, Sloan rolls, pressure, slips and goes down. He just lost his footing back at the 29. The nose right up the middle. They're just not blocking much of anything. The frustration are right from here because, and this is not like guys. I mean, no disrespect intended to Hendersonville but I think we've seen better defensive front that they've done a better job blocking than what Hendersonville.
Yeah, I mean, Mount Juliet.
Mount Juliet, Hillsboro. Stay in the shotgun, send trips to the right, single receiver left, motion man coming across his yard.
Single coverage down here on the left.
Snap back, looking for the little screen. Jalen Grimmett gets a block into the middle.
Get a block from the referee.
And indeed does, and carries the football back across the 35 to the 36.
About half of it.
Got back to the lost yards, and now we'll set up a third down. And let's see, is it 9 or 10? It's going to be 9, third 9.
Okay, got half of it back.
Safe passes where it doesn't take a lot of time. I think that's
exactly
going to be the best bet.
Yeah, well, that big long play before the interception to keep the drive alive earlier was a 3-step drop, quick.
Yeah, throw it to the sideline, and your guy gets it or it goes.
Yeah, and I think that's what the offensive staff here is kind of making some adjustments to get a little bit quicker pass out. And then if it does break down, someone's got to run it.
Twins to each side. They're 2 by 2. Now Briggs motions to the right in the slot. Snap back
There it is.
to the flat to
Good
Briggs.
blocking up front.
Spencer needs a block. He gets one. Breaks a tackle. He's across midfield, out of bounds across the way. It's the Wilson Banking Trust. Gallatin first down. Gallatin converts.
Yeah, they're on the Hendersonville side of the field by 1 yard.
And out of bounds to stop the clock at 2:07.
Still have 3 timeouts, 2:07 left to go. Again, you don't want to kick yourself on this offensive possession. Very important to get some points here going into that.
I might come back to that sideline 3 step. That just throw it up as soon as you get it and turn down the sideline, see what you can get. Give Briggs not much for Spencer down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I think just trying to keep them honest there, and hopefully that little run, even though it was a short run, and make them mind them we will run the ball. And then we'll start swinging it here again with the clock running. 1:48 to go.
14-0 your score, Hendersonville. They will get the football to start the third quarter. Gallatin needs to get this to the end zone. Go 2 by 2, or actually trips left in a bunch, Twins right.
Confusion right here. Maybe Gallatin can take advantage of it.
Spencer cuts up and is taken down. The linebacker read it well in field. He's down at the 48 yard. You got to take a time out here, I would think, guys.
No.
You got 3.
You got plenty of time here. You don't want to give them the ball back with much time left. So,
but you don't want to run out of time before you have an opportunity as well.
I'd run one more. But this is
Timeout on the field with a minute and 18 seconds left. We'll take a break. 14-0 Hendersonville. Gallatin looking at a third made at Commando 48 when we return on WHIN. One minute, 18 seconds remaining here in the first half. Gallatin the football at the Commando 48. It's third down and 8. And Stephen, we've been up here listening to the coaches. We can only hear obviously half the conversation during that timeout. What the coaches here in the booth next to us are saying to the coaches on. Yeah, we might know what they're going to run here.
Third and 8 possession to keep the chain moving to try to get some points on the board before the first half ends. So I'm very hopeful. This is the
here it comes, Bobby. If they hit this, you might like it.
This is the right call. It's all about execution. I'll just say that.
Trips left, single receiver right. Morris now wings out to the side. Here comes a bubble screen. Reggie Morris Flags come down. Reggie goes down at the 45. Not a first down.
They switched it on me. They didn't run with it.
Nope, they didn't.
Run. They changed it.
Hendersonville now calls timeout with 1:09 left. So Gallatin had time here to make it with the Hendersonville timeout. Will they go? I think you got to go. I don't think you can give them the football back here. Me personally, and I'm not a football coach. I'm attempting to guess with the one here.
You need points.
Yeah, you can give them a minute 9. Give up a touchdown here in the final minute 9. They get the ball. Yeah.
In the third quarter, I believe this is certainly the right call. They decide to go for it, which is what I asked them to do.
If you do something and say, even if you don't convert here, they get the football back. But, the way they've been coming through on the rush, they could potentially block a punt here that would you just as well, even if you punted it away, because, quite frankly, the Gallatin offensive line has been not very good, have they, Bobby?
Yeah, this is a big, big call here, and I don't see a kicker on the field.
Well, Sloan is out there that could punt if they decided, but from what we're hearing up here, this is go.
Yeah, I think this is where
this may be the call we thought we were going to get a minute ago. They'll go trips right, single receiver to the left, Morris in the backfield to the right of Sloan. And Hendersonville backs off.
Out on their defense, and we got a timeout.
Gallatin calls timeout. They get Hendersonville ready, or at least tested.
We've got a test match going on here.
Yep. Gallatin had a call, and we think that the call was going to be, Bobby, the screen there. And Hendersonville did not come up with all the linemen. They were back.
Killed the screen.
To kill, yeah. They were in that.
They're blitzing on the screen.
Exactly.
Wide open. So called by the defensive staff for Hendersonville in this chess match right here before the half.
Yeah, the key to the passing attack tonight for Gallatin is keeping House at the backfield. I've noticed passing play, Gallatin double-teamed him.
Yeah. And he's had some help, but he's been the biggest disruptor.
Yep. And
because he was disruptive, I think that's allowed some other people to have a little bit of success as well. So here we go.
Front for Hendersonville, pretty big. Nose guard, 6 foot 260. Right tackle, 6'4", 310, and then Hallis, defensive end, 6'3", 240. So it's a big side, big group.
Coming back with the defensive line now. Do you go back to that call? Malachi McDowell, the back to the right of Sloan. Trips right, single left. Drop back. Pressure coming. Stepping up is Sloan. Jake Hearn. Taken down right at the 40. He is right at the stick. Bobby, what do you think?
He's a yard. Yeah, chains moving.
Thank you.
Down. Wilson County Bank and Trust.
Wilson Bank and Trust. Wilson County. Wilson Bank and Trust. They are officially their headquarters in Wilson County. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I'll leave that one to you next time. I got excited.
Snap back, Sloan, pressure, throw it away, and he does.
That's kind of late.
Yeah, he was
hit there by the Hendersonville
pressure.
That could have been a penalty.
Zach Rocco hit him well after the throw back across midfield.
That's a 15-yarder in the pros all day.
Yeah. But why he got rid of it? You
Yeah.
might have heard the coaches up here yelling,
Well,
throw it.
It's because of several plays he should have either thrown it away or ran it, and he didn't. So he's listening.
49 seconds, by the way. Football at the 40-yard line. Gallatin sends troops to the left. Single receiver Green to the right there in press coverage, at least off the snap. Yarbrough motions left to right. Dropping is Sloan.
Nobody's
Fire. Green complete. Inside the 30, take it down at the 28.
left the field open due to the time on the clock, and the outside wide receivers were not open, but Ethan Green ran in there in the middle in a slant pattern for a first down.
Clock stopped to spot the chains. It's now started. Gallatin one timeout left. Dropping is Sloan. Pressure.
Run.
Steps up. Cannot get it away. You got to call your timeout there.
Yep.
And now Sloan is slow getting up.
Yeah, he's hobbling again, and that ankle's still becoming an issue.
He is down at the 31 there, guys. With 27 seconds left, you're out of timeouts.
He looked like he was going to start taking and running there, and he just got sacked. And timeout Gallatin.
So, If you're Gallatin now, you're working on a second down and right about 13
No
from the
timeout.
31. No timeout. 27 seconds left. You can go to the end zone, obviously. But I
Well,
think you got to work the sidelines
The
here.
problem here is, with the offensive line on the deep ball, Anderson hasn't had a lot of time to get back there to drop. And then the quick passes, if you catch it and you don't get out of bounds, you're looking at a situation where you're going to lose a lot of clock time. So this is a very difficult offensive situation for Gallatin based on the scenario. It'd be interesting to see what the offensive staff decide to do to try to move the ball, keep clock, and try to put some points up on the board here right before half.
Briggs is back into the contest. Gallatin will come with Tripp to the left, single receiver Green to the far side right. Your receivers are Grimmett, Kern, and Yarrow. Briggs to the right of Sloan in the shotgun. Hendersonville's coming.
Hendersonville's bringing some heat.
Fake the jet. Sloan
Pass,
in
he
trouble.
gets out.
Sacked. Hallett's got him way back outside the 40. He had no chance. They blocked nothing. I mean, it was just three guys back there. As soon as he faked the jet action handoff, they were in there on it. Here comes third down.
They're
And
gonna run out of time.
yeah, they're going to run out of time.
I don't know.
It's your first half. They're not going to get a snap away.
Gonna get it off.
Mercifully for Gallatin there with all of the things that went on. You get 14-0. Let's go down the field. Bobby trying to get to Coach Mark Williams, and I'm sure Coach Williams is not going to be very happy. Bobby, there you go. Go ahead, Bobby.
All right, Coach. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times in the first half.
Most probably they're only up 14 points right here with any mistakes we made. But, defense makes a couple stops right there. Should have had back there for a loss and let him go for a touchdown. But, offense, we just got to put it together. Drive. We're doing some good things offensively. We just got to put it together, and protection's got to get a lot better.
All right, with the protection being so prevalent, are you going to go to the short passing game here in the second half?
Yeah, we've done a lot of short pass game. He's getting rid of the ball. He's getting rid of the ball quicker and get rid of it. So we're going to look at the top of the line and make sure they're getting it right.
Great.
Thank you, Bobby. 14-0. Your score here at the half. Hendersonville leading over Gallatin. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Bobby will have a time guest. A scoring update here at the half. More. Gallatin trailing 14-0 to Hendersonville here at Memorial Stadium in Hendersonville. When we return, you're listening to Gallatin Green Bay football here on the WHIN Radio Network. Richard, give me 3 minutes here. Because halftime's going to be long because of the television. Take all these stupid TV timeouts. Don't forget, hey. The Thunder Bank and Trust halftime show. There's your read.
And now, football fans, please welcome to Memorial Stadium, the Gallatin High School Greenway Chief Band.
Who scored the first touchdown? 20.
15 scored the second one. The first one was 10.
Welcome to the Sumner Bank and Trust halftime show. Stephen Sanders with you at halftime. Sumner Bank and Trust with 3 locations in Hendersonville and Gallatin. Sumner Bank and Trust. Live better, bank better. Visit Sumner Bank and Trust. Time here at Memorial Stadium, Paul Decker Field. Hendersonville Commandos up 14-0 on the Gallatin Green Wave. The Green Wave band is out on the field doing a great job. First half, in a nutshell, is Gallatin shot themselves in the foot several times. They've moved the ball, just had some inopportune penalties, as well as a couple snaps over the head by the center in the shotgun. Gallatin got some good field position early. Gave the ball back to Hendersonville with 6:47 to go in the first quarter. Hendersonville gets their first score, and then about 7:47 to go in the second quarter. Hendersonville got their second 6-yard touchdown run, so we're at 14-0. Most important thing is at halftime, as the coach said, Gallatin's lucky that they're not down more. They've offensively. For Gallatin, the offensive line is going to have to come out and do a lot better job of protecting for quarterback Andrew Sloan. And Andrew Sloan, when the pocket does break down, needs to make the decision whether he's going to throw it away or run it. He keeps taking those sacks. I don't have the stats, or stat guy's not with us tonight, but he's probably been sacked 3 to 4 times tonight. And they're going to have to clean that up to have any opportunity to get back in this game. So let's go across the state and get some scores in. I'll give you as many as I can here. We've got Franklin Road Academy is 9, Columbia Academy 7. Nolensville is up 28-0 in the second quarter over Lincoln County. Wilson Central is up 21-6 over Laverne in the second quarter. Knoxville Fulton still plugging along, 44-8 over Clinton. And we've got Page is up 34-0 over White County at halftime. Henry County, it shows a final October 5th, which is today, 42-0 over West Creek. I don't know what time the game started, but that's the score. East Hickman is down by 14-6 at halftime to Stewart County. Shelbyville is up 21-6 at halftime over Summit. BGA is all over Glencliff. Glencliff has not won a game. BGA is up 37-0 over Glencliff. CPA is in a tight one versus Independence in the second quarter, 28-21. CPA with the lead. Tullahoma is up 14-0 over Lawrence County. MBA Innsworth, the big private school game, is tied up 7-7 in the second quarter. Chattanooga Red Banks all over Walker Valley, 49-0 at halftime. I like to get those big scores. It's amazing that these schools can score as many points as they can in the first half. So, Springfield's up 23-14 over Montgomery Central. I believe Montgomery Central's undefeated, so Springfield hanging on with the Montgomery Central right now. Knoxville Fair gets up 28-7 over Dobbins Bennett in the third quarter. You've got Knoxville Fulton up 51-8 in the third quarter over Clinton. Jackson Christian is up 28-0 over DCA at halftime. Republic is up 6-0 versus Joe Byrne in the third quarter. Brentwood High is up 14-10 in the second quarter over Father Ryan. Beach up at Station Camp 28-3 at halftime. Gordonsville's up 42-7 over Peake County. Murfreesboro, Oakland all over Franklin 38-0 at halftime. Germantown up 14-0 over White Station at halftime. Brentwood High 14, Father Ryan Irish 10. And moving to the west side a little bit here, Memphis Central down 14-7 at halftime to White Haven. And as you're in the background, that's the Gallatin Green Wave getting a loud applause from the Green Wave faithful that have made the trip here to Hendersonville. Great band on both sides. Never get as much credit as they should. Cheatham County's up 13-7 over Greenbrier in the third quarter. Marshall County's up 7-0 over Giles County at halftime. Greenville, state champions last year, are up 56-7 versus Sullivan South in the fourth quarter. Webb School of Knoxville's up 49-0 against Boyd It says overtime. I've never seen a 49-0 overtime game. But anyway, White House 14, White House Heritage 0 in the first quarter. And again, here's one we got. Now Juliet 38-2 over McGill. That was played yesterday. Fairview up 35-0 over Harpeth in the second quarter. Maplewood up 28-0 over Overton in the third quarter. Cane Ridge all over Antioch in the third quarter, 35-0. Clarksville Northeast is up 49-22 over Clarksville Northwest. That's the final October 4th. A lot of games played yesterday. Yesterday also, Pope John Paul gets the victory, 58-20 against Hillwood. So, got some scores in there for you. Lots of football action left to be played here at Gallatin. We've got about 11 minutes before the teams will make their way back out. If you're just joining us here late, it's 14-0 Hendersonville. Hendersonville will take possession of the ball in the third quarter. And let's take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here on WHIN Radio Network. Twelve, 67 yards.
High school back to school. This is their halftime show to you. This is your song. The music of Sir Milton John, featuring
Fresh.
This Madison Church.
Yeah. Didn't he get hurt a few weeks ago? Welcome back to Hendersonville. Stephen Sanders with the halftime show. This scoreboard update brought to you by Campione's Taste of Chicago. Real Chicago food in Gallatin. Chicago dogs, pasta from Chicago people who love Tennessee and want to share their favorite food. Visit them today at 179 Hancock Street across from Gallatin High School. And I've got another update I want to give you here. Georgia Tech's up 45-17 on Louisville, and Jordan Mason is putting up some stats so far. He's got 12 rushes, 67 yards, and a touchdown. And he's starting this year because the starting running back had some issues for Georgia Tech, and Jordan Mason was a redshirt freshman down there. So some congratulations to him. They should pull off this victory tonight versus Louisville. So back here, 7:38 to go in the halftime festivities. Hendersonville's band is entertaining the Hendersonville faithful on the other side of the field. 14-0 halftime. And again, we need a tale of two halves. Gallatin has shot themselves in the foot several times. Penalties, misreads. Offensive line blocking is certainly going to be a big emphasis here at halftime. And the decision-making quarterback, Andrew Sloan. When the pocket does break down, he's got to make an instantaneous decision to determine whether he's going to throw the ball away or make a run forward. He's had some opportunities where he could move the ball forward, running yardage, that a few times. So I'm looking to see probably some more quicker passes like you heard about late in the second half, where they don't have to block as long or get some misdirection in the middle of the field. Things up, play smart offensively, keep the ball out of the hands of Hendersonville's pretty high-powered offense. As the Gallatin's offensive coordinator come up here to get ready to make the second half adjustments. And we've got one of our sponsors in here, Michelle Jackson, the Michelle Patterson team. Come on, talk to us. Tell us how the real estate industry is doing in Sumner County right now. He's mad at me, but that's all right. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. You having fun yet, or we need to pick it up a little bit?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
We're getting like we kind of threw this at her at the last point. So tell us a little bit about your real estate listings or anything that you want to talk about since you're one of the major sponsors here for the Greenway football team.
Well, that's funny. You did throw me right off here.
I'm sorry. I am giving you some extra plug time here. It's a long halftime with the TV folks here. So we've got a little extra time to plug. I don't want to read all these scores again.
All right, I'll save you a little time
Bobby's
here,
gonna help us
Steve.
out here.
I got a halftime guest down here, Zach Wamble, sports editor of the News and Gallatin News. Zach, your observation on the first half?
I thought it was very good.
Okay,
Gallatin
now, so you can only hear me, correct?
Penalties, and especially the sacks. I had coming into a nice game of Hendersonville offensive line and defensive line really kind of control things, and that's what they've shown in the first half, getting to Andrew Sloan and really making him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, it looks like Gallatin's going to have to go the short passing game here in the second half because they're not getting adequate protection to go long.
Absolutely. They need to get the ball in Spencer Briggs' hands, Reggie Moore's hands, let them do work on the outside. Like you said, get that quick passing game going to release some of that stress on that offensive line.
Gallatin had two major miscues. They had the bad snap that led to a touchdown. Then they had the kid wrapped up for about a 5-yard loss. He turns it around and makes a touchdown.
Yeah, that's, in a game like this, those small mistakes will come back to haunt you, and that's what they're doing right now. But the good news for Gallatin is they're only down by 14 in the second half. We've seen all season long that Gallatin can't put points on the board, so we've still got a long way to go in this football game.
Speaking of football games, tomorrow morning at Beach High School, Rucker Stewart, Ellis Middle for the championship of Sumner County.
Yes, sir. That should be a good one. Two teams that have been really well coached all season long and have done a good job going out week in and week out, accomplishing what they need to accomplish. And Saturday will be, as they always say, for the marbles. So it'll be a lot of fun. Hope you're in attendance with me.
Well, if Rucker Stewart's team can stay together and stay healthy and work hard, brighter days are ahead for Gallatin.
Absolutely. Coach Bobby Beasley has done a wonderful job with Rucker Stewart. He's preparing these boys to come up and play high school ball. So Coach Williams definitely has his future bright from the Rucker Stewart players.
Tonight we've seen a couple of really, really good kickers. The kid for Hendersonville has been kicking it 8 yards in the end zone. Unfortunately, Gallatin hasn't had the kickoff yet.
Yeah, Action Dot. He's one of the better kickers here in Sumner County, and like you said, just puts it in the end zone every time. Has a leg, can hit for 40, 45 yards out. But like you said, Gallatin, they need to get in the end zone where they can finally kick off as well.
Two great bands performing here at halftime. Hendersonville band to go. Gallatin Pride the Greenway have already performed. 2.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Stephen.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So we had some technical difficulties with Michelle. We'll get her back on here at some point in time. There's a lot of feedback coming into her radio, and she was hearing about 15 different people. So Hendersonville's band still on the field. The Gallatin Green Wave are making their way back onto the field here for the second half. The captains are back out as well. And hopefully we'll see some movements here. Like I mentioned, probably see some quicker passes and try to get that run game going to establish some positive yardage, as well as, get back in this game. You don't want to give Hendersonville the ball any more than you have to.
Well, they're going to get it here, obviously,
Yeah.
to start. Now, my question is, guys, do you take a chance on perhaps an onside kick or something short to try to take advantage of something? And I know Hendersonville obviously has seen film of Gallatin kicking the ball short, but would you try to do something here, maybe, Bobby, in this situation, get the football back, swing a little momentum, create a short field, and try to get on the board?
Well, I probably agree with you, but watching Kelly kick in warm-ups, he was hitting it pretty good. In fact, he hit a 55-yard field goal. Thought maybe Gallatin might even go with a field goal in the waning moments of the first half, but a couple of bad sacks took him out of field goal range. They're probably going to go with that pooch kick to start the second half.
Well, and I spoke to Clint Ryder in the first. He mentioned, if they do see a won't kick it deep, get in that little hole there. So, be interesting to see. I'd probably kick it deep, try to pin them deep, get them 3 and out, and get possession of the ball. You don't want to give the ball midfield.
We'll find out. We'll take a break. When we return the second half kickoff, coming to you live from Memorial Stadium here in Hendersonville. Commandos lead Gallatin 14-0 at the half. You're listening to Greenwood Football on the WHIN radio. Give me 2 minutes here, Richard. I think will work.
Did anybody peel the wall, paint off the walls?
You want some money?
I'll give the beach score again. It's another score.
Do you have the Portland score?
I didn't see it.
21-0 at the half. They're down in Macon County.
I don't ever see that one on there. They're down 21-0 at halftime versus Macon County.
Macon County.
Macon County, 21-0 Portland. Or 21-0 over Portland at halftime. Where?
It's not showing up, but I was texted it.
Okay.
I texted it from somebody's at Portland.
Come to me and I'll do a beach and a Portland ups.
All right. Here we go.
Subscribe to NFHS Network and take Commando Football with you anywhere you go on your portable device. Download the NFHS Network app from the App Store and never miss another.
Welcome back to in Hendersonville on the campus of Hendersonville High School, Paul Decker Field to be exact. And guys, we are about 2.5 minutes away from the resumption of the second half. Gallatin will kick the football away to Hendersonville, and critical, as we always talk about, perhaps even more so right now, down 2 scores, guys, is the fact that Gallatin's defense, minus Quentin Hyde, who is on the sideline with his arm in a sling, must come out and find a way to stop Hendersonville and get this football back without giving up any further points.
Yeah, big loss for Gallatin defensively. He's playing a solid game defensively. So big loss. I got a couple of updates for you, Greg.
Go ahead.
A minute or two. Beach is up 35-3 with 10:20 to go in the third quarter, and then Macon County is up 21-0 at halftime against Portland.
That is a bit of a surprise. I'm surprised by it. They were Macon County coming in. Portland 6-1.
Portland's been rumbling. They've got a good ball team up there, so we'll see if they straighten that out here in the second half.
But the thing is that Portland off that big win a week ago over White House, and I would say maybe a little flat tonight.
A little flat. So, but first and foremost, the Green Wave's got to get back in this game. Hendersonville's, got a good lead here. They're probably going to try to bleed some clock out, do a long drive if they don't bust a big touchdown or anything here. So Gallatin needs to pin their ears back and cause a quick 3 and out, get good field position, and try to put the ball in the end zone as quickly as you can.
Bobby, keys for you to the second half. And I think I know where you're going to go, but go ahead.
Well, Gallatin cannot give up any more points. Any kind of a score will make it a 3-score game. So the Green Wave hopefully got some great instructions at intermission and have a 3 and out. Go to the short passing game and turn this game around.
Now, Stephen and I were up here talking to defensive coordinator Sean Corbett, offensive coordinator Thomas Ruiz here during the commercial break a moment ago. And you can see, Stephen, a lot of frustration, obviously, from them in the first half. I thought they had a pretty good game plan coming into this thing, but some obvious mistakes that were made put them in this hole that they're now trying to climb out of. And here is Trey Kelly. Tee it up, get the second underway. Nate Hancock is back to return along with Joshua Ferguson. I believe that's number 6 for Hendersonville. They will kick off from our left to right here in the second half. Here's the approach from Kelly. Second half is underway. Short, an up back coming forward at 22. Has it. Comes forward 30, cuts right, cuts back inside, bounces outside 35, 40, and taken down out the 45-yard line as Brent Rowe, a reserve running back, defensive back, a junior, gets his hands on the football and turns in a nice kickoff return there in the Commandos. To work 55 yards away from where they want to be in the Gallatin end zone.
Yeah, good field position starting out the gate for Hendersonville. Not sure. I don't know. He's kicking it deep so good. I would have kicked it deep, but I don't coach.
Shotgun for Hogenbrink. Motion man coming, Hancock right to left. Give it to him on the jet. Here's the reverse pass.
Got him.
Looking. He's going to touch and run. He did not have a receiver. I don't think. He did have a receiver open. He was going to throw it that far, running that way. And so at that point in time, he did the right thing, turned it upfield, carried the football to the 50. That run by Cam Stevens for a gain of 5.
Hancock, Stevens gets it, and he kind of perched up there like he was going to throw it, and then decided that he shouldn't do that. Get some positive yardage.
Go back to the wings each side. Motion coming across. Hand off Kincaid. Here's that buck sweep, and he's wrapped up as they currently taken down, and he is 45-yard line. I didn't think the football got there. It was in his left hand, but they've spotted the 30 or 45-yard line rather and given him the first down.
Judge said, "Come on, move the chain." So first down, Hendersonville into Gallatin territory.
He was coming to the left towards us, football in his left hand, and I just didn't think the football got there. But it's a first down nonetheless. Here they come with the wins. Fullback is Hancock, single receiver left. Give Kincaid. Buck sweep, cuts up, penalty marker. Oh, I don't see one. I thought there was a marker down. Instead, Hancock down finally at the Gallatin 41. That's a 4-yard gain. Here comes a second down and 6 for the Commandos.
Quick play by.
Yep, going without a huddle. Motion man coming, Kincaid. And there's the motion penalty marker coming down that will cost the Commandos that 5. They'll go back to work second down and 11.
Big break right there, Greg, because Gallatin wasn't quite set.
There you go. I was going to say he was going to mark it off from the 40 and lose a yard, but he did move up to the 41 and mark it off back to the 46.
Yeah, they threw everybody off, including themselves on that one. Hendersonville did, because Gallatin wasn't quite set. They were still calling in the defensive play there. And that's the first time we've seen Hendersonville get on the ball immediately after.
So here come the Commandos. Again, they will go with the wings each side. Fullback is Hancock. Motion coming Kincaid. Fake it to him. Hohenbrink rolling, looking, firing wide open. That is Hallis inside the 20, down the far sideline. On the side, back to 4. What an effort by Austin Hallis, the tight end, coming across on a little drag route, running with the quarterback.
Ran a great route, and quarterback Drew Hohenbrink threw it to number 82, Austin Hallis, for how many yards did you get on that?
Well, they mark him out. They initially spotted him out about the 5,
yeah,
but now they moved it back to the 9.
I was like, I thought he was out at the 2. So
it is nonetheless 1st and goal inside the Gallatin 10, and the Wave defense now needs a turnover. Motion coming is Kincaid. Handoff, and he made a man miss. Did Hancock, and Reggie Morris wraps him up and drives him down.
Hey, that's Reggie Morris we like to see right there. He pile drive the offense, the running back for Hendersonville,
but he drove him out 4 yards.
A gain, unfortunately. So they've got to the big time for a big turnover right here would be nice.
Yes. Wings each side, fullback in the backfield. Hohenbrink under center. Kincaid coming in motion. Handoff Kincaid. Staggers, looking to get to the edge.
Got him outside.
He got to the edge, but A.J. Branham got there with him and rode him to the sideline and out of bounds short of the goal line.
Assisted by no other than Reggie Morris.
Mark him out right about the 3-yard line on the near left hash. So the Gallatin defense trying, guys. And I know, Bobby, you said no points, but if you could hold them to a field goal, would it be a little bit of a victory here anyway?
I don't think
I think they'll go for penetration.
it. If they don't get it this play, I believe they'll go for it.
Handoff, fullback, battling.
Short.
He didn't get there.
All right, let's see what they do. I don't think Hendersonville's going to kick a field goal with this.
Branham, Silcox, and Morris stopped him.
Injury here. Gallatin.
Is that Silcox?
Ulysses.
No, that's Ulysses Miranda.
Holding his left knee.
Left knee.
And the medical staff out to check on Miranda. Into the contest will come Darius Bass to replace him. And with this official timeout, let's take a quick break as they attend to Ulysses Miranda here down on the field. Nope, we're not going to break. Zion Robb will come in to replace him. We'll take a break. We'll come back more right after.
Zion 73. Now he's at.
Hey, go double G again. Let's go double G. Go double. And tell both Devils that a psycho to really tighten up.
Shaking up on the play.
Double G. Tell the G's. Tell the double G's get a 4-point stand.
Bring it back to me, Richard. We're going to miss the play. It's all right.
Quarterback Drew Hohenbrink goes into the end zone for the Hendersonville touchdown.
4th and goal at the 1. Quarterback sneak. Hohenbrink right up the middle and in to the end zone. Touchdown,
Right,
Hendersonville.
didn't have far to go.
So, on to attempt the point after to make it a 21-0 lead will be Ashton Dodd. Nate Hancock is your holder for the left-footed kicker, Dodd. Snap back, hold down, pressure off the edge, but the kick is up and good. And your new score with 8:53 left to play here in quarter number 3. 21-0, Hendersonville the lead. Another timeout, and we'll return with more. Gallatin to receive the football when we come back to Memorial Stadium here in Hendersonville on the WHIN network. 2 minutes here, Richard. This television is driving me up the...
If we send him in on Zoom, just to get a little extra protection, he tell him that he belongs. I mean, they can scoot out because we got everything covered. I mean, actually the nose.
Bob, who's checking who that is next to Hyatt there on the table, and we'll come to you when we come back. Back here in Hendersonville, the Commandos to kick it away. Bobby, we've got another injury down there on the sideline. Not only is Quentin Hyatt out of his on the training table. Bobby, don't think the microphone's on, my friend. We're not hearing you. We'll come right back to you. Here's an onside kick, rolling. Did Gallatin get on it? No, the Commandos did.
What an aggressive call by Hendersonville, up 21-0. And defense is going to have to get back on the field here for Gallatin. Yeah, that's debilitating right there, to say the least.
Yeah, and the Commandos recover it at the Gallatin 44, and the defense comes right back out onto the field now. And so if you're Gallatin defensively, you've got some work to do here, obviously, because Hendersonville trying to nail this one down.
Certainly.
They go shotgun, send a single receiver each side, wing right.
They're going to throw it around.
Oh, yeah, Hohenbrink drops, looks, pumps, loads, goes deep. Overshot hand, who was running one-on-one coverage downfield at the 5 for Zay Kern, and the pass overthrown and incomplete. Here comes a second down for the Commandos.
Yeah,
Wheatley has got like a brace around his ribs, so evidently he's through for the night also. You know, with a like that, you got to be wise to the disguise. Gallatin was not ready.
No. Shotgun again for Hohenbrink. Jet motion coming. They fake it. Hohenbrink rolls to his right. Pressure, looks, turns upfield, lowers the shoulder, runs into Kemp, and is taken out of bounds across the way.
Yeah, Preston Kemp got the tackle there. Surprising. Hendersonville's trying to throw the ball here. Not run some clock out.
So
going for the jugular, it seems like.
That is a right at 4-yard pickup. Actually, call it 5 yards here.
Maybe throw a pick. They getting a little too cocky here.
So, single receiver each side, shotgun again, motion man coming across, fake the handoff, Hohenbrink chased, got blocked, steps up, fires downfield. It's going to be a touchdown. Isaiah Chandler got away in the secondary from the coverage and the commando strike. It's a 45-yard or 41-yard rather. This is a touchdown, and that, gentlemen, might just be enough to do it here tonight for the Commandos in this one.
Behind Terriante State, and that was it on that. Got a little pressure in front, and all of a sudden pocket broke down, and great throw by Hohenbrink to the wide receiver for Henderson.
Attempt to point after to make it 28-0 out of the hole of Nate Hancock. Snap back, it was low, but he gets it down, and the kick Not the prettiest of
Looked
the
like a
night,
punt.
yeah, but it was up and good. 28-0 new score, 7:52 left in the third. Gallatin will receive the kickoff when we return here to Hendersonville on the WHIN Radio Network.
Make sure you're there and it's right there with
I don't know why I keep going in and out.
Mine was too. We got 2 weeks. Jack's got to get down here and get in his sideline. Well, if you're a Gallatin fan, that's an appropriate song to return to. Don't Stop Believing, but down 28-0, and having struggled tonight offensively to sustain. They've had periods of moving the football, but unable to sustain drives. And then, of course, that onside kick a moment ago, Bobby, it certainly has taken the spirit, what might have been left out of the Gallatin sideline, it appears, and out of the stands here in front of us above.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad 12-mile ride back home. The Hendersonville band features the music of Sir Elton John halftime. And right now, the Commandos are crocodile rocking the Greenway.
Indeed. I think that's an appropriate way to describe what we're seeing here is Gallatin trailed 14-0 at the half. And we are, just not even, let's see, 4 minutes and seconds in this second half, and they've scored twice. Once coming on the opening possession, an onside kick that they quickly converted to another touchdown. And now they will kick off to Gallatin again. And I don't know that we'll see an onside kick, but certainly Gallatin now will pay attention to that. I'm sure their up line has been bailing out most of the season there. Hendersonville made them pay for that.
Good eye by the special teams coordinator for Hendersonville to notice that. Perfect timing. You wouldn't think they would do something like that with a 21-0.
About 9 yards deep, it looked like, into the end zone again. Obviously, no chance for a return. Gallatin 1st and 10 from the 20. And now with a couple of players down in Quentin Hyatt and Will Wheatley for Gallatin, you're going back out here, and I think the main thing from this point forward is to try to get out of here as healthy as Silcox, Anders Sloan. You said Silcox, and I'm thinking about him. Sloan able to field that snap, hands off to Briggs, and guess what? It's a 3-yard loss.
Yeah,
That's
the whole
lowering their ear.
Penetrate almost on every.
No, Gallatin
play.
showed no. Briggs had the 115-yarder and a couple others here and there where he's made some yardage, but
I think you got to go back to that short pass.
Yeah,
game.
not consistent. Twins left, single receiver right, shotgun.
There it is.
Sloan rolls, looks, pressured, steps up. Now
Big hit.
Taken backwards and piled on to the ground by the Commandos.
And Sloan tried to run it. The pocket broke down. He went to the left and decided to run it upfield, and he was met by several defenders for Hendersonville, and he took a pretty big shot right there to the helmet as well.
Back at the 16-yard line. He'll stay in the ball game. And with 6:36 right now, the clock is Gallatin's friend. Let's run this thing down and get out of here. I'm certainly a comeback could be in order, but Gallatin's not done enough at this point to, there it is, and they miss connection on the screen pass.
Yeah, screen pass was set up.
Intended for Yarborough, the wide receiver out of the slot coming into the, and this side has gone south for way here, especially in this third quarter. It was an uphill climb, certainly, at 14-0, and now at 28. And Hendersonville about to get the ball back. Looks like this score will look much worse in the morning than what perhaps the game played, as at least through the first half of this thing. Trace Kelly stands at the 3 to punt it away. Nate Hancock about the 46. Pressure coming. Kelly hits it off to the right. It will hit and take a Gallatin roll across midfield. And Solomon Yarborough at the Commando 48 to touch it there, where the Commandos go back to work. So, what do you do now if you're Gallatin on defense?
To say there, I'm usually never short for words.
I noticed that.
The Commandos had 14 points in the second half. The Green Wave touched the football.
And they will go to work again and hand off Hancock. Fake. Hohenbrink on the option. Turns upfield. Running with the football. Carries it down to the Gallatin 39 before he is finally pulled to the turf, as it was Halcomb with the tackle there that time for Gallatin, but not before Hohenbrink carries the football for a first down in Wave territory, and the Commandos driving for what would be another score and making a 35-point.
Great deceptive fake handoff there.
Yeah, I'm at a loss. This one just kind of felt good early, but here's the handoff. Kincaid on the buck sweep. Nothing doing. He is wrapped up. Bailey Silcox in the backfield to take down Derek Kincaid 40 for a loss of a yard. I'll say this. They've Kincaid tonight, the leading rusher for
Silcox, Reggie Morris, and a few other defenders for Gallatin to pin them back at 11 yards here.
Football handoff to Hancock, caught in the backfield. Miranda and company, down he goes.
Ulysses wrapped him up, wouldn't let go at the bottom of that jersey.
Nice tackle there on Hancock. He'll lose a yard back to the 42. 3rd and 13 in the Wave defense now. This is a must get off the field here.
And depending on how many yards Hendersonville gets here, I don't see Hendersonville punting.
They are starting to
slow things down.
Well, starting to slow things down, but bringing in some different players. Andrew Waters, the big tackle, out. Here comes Zion Robb out of the game for Gallatin. Jerdarian Wilson in. Stephen Halcomb returns as well for Gallatin. And
I was going to say, somebody else has got to come out.
Yeah, out will go Jalen Grimmett, who was in at a linebacker spot, it looked like. Hohenbrink under center. Handoff on the buck sweep, coming to the right, turning upfield, lowering the shoulder, running hard with the football is Brent Rowe. And Rowe near the 30. And let's see, they're going to put the foot down, it looks like, at the 31, which is short of the first down, but it'll bring up 4th and 1.
And one of the Gallatin players lost a helmet there. Who was that? 22. Is that 22?
Tristan Kemp. Yeah, he'll check out.
Off.
Jarrett Chavone checks in to replace him. Here's Zion Robb coming in for Jerdarian Wilson for Gallatin to get a big body on the nose.
On 4th and 2 here.
Yep, 4th and 2 football just inside the 31, between the 30 and 31-yard line. Hohenbrink from under center. His fullback is Dalton Jones. Motion man coming, Kincaid give Jones. Jones, think he's there, boys.
Nope.
Let's see.
Whoa.
Close. First down. They give it. They didn't even measure.
I don't know about that one, folks.
I would request a measurement there, I think.
This is the line judge said
they spotted just inside the 30. He needed 2. I think he got about a yard and a half, but nonetheless, here's Hohenbrink under center. And off fake, rolls to his left as Hohenbrink. Chavone comes up, put pressure. He's able to escape, gets it into the hands of the fullback Jones, and Kern takes him down at 15 after a gain of a couple.
And he was looking, the quarterback for Hendersonville, Drew Hohenbrink, was looking deep left to running back James Bundy, was lined up at a wide receiver position. Reggie Morris had him real well, so Hohenbrink had to check down on that play. It could have been a lot worse if Morris wouldn't have
been. Kincaid in motion, handoff to fake. Hohenbrink keeps, turns upfield, he's gone.
Yeah. And there's flags everywhere.
Yep.
That's coming back.
A hold behind the play. He was gone. It was a touchdown. It was an unnecessary penalty, but Gallatin will take it.
I'll tell you what, this Hohenbrink is good at swing the offense, Greg. I'll have to give him credit. They've deceived us at least 3 times, and it's much easier for us to see than it is out there on the field than running the wing team because it's so much movement and deception. Big break for Gallatin right here to try to keep Hendersonville out of the end zone.
Indeed, the penalty will put the football down at the 17-yard line. And again, it was a touchdown that's taken off the board for Hendersonville because of a tackle by a player behind the play that meant nothing. It was totally unnecessary. And I'm sure Coach James Beasley and Hendersonville staff will talk to that young man about it this coming week or next week, I guess, when practice. But
this play is going to
break for Gallatin. Handoff is the buck sweep to Kincaid. He turns upfield and scores 17 yards. Derek Kincaid in Hendersonville blowing this one open. My.
Tough night on both sides of the ball for Green Wave here in Hendersonville.
And we've still got 2:42 left to play in quarter 3 in this one in Hendersonville, looking to tack on their 35th point. Of this would be the outcome here tonight.
I thought it was going to be considerably closer than this.
Snap back, hold down, kick from Ashton Dodd is up and good. And with 2:42 left in the third quarter, 35-0 score Hendersonville, leading in the Gallatin crowd, heading to the exits here in Hendersonville tonight with their wave trailing. We'll take a break and return to Hendersonville. Kickoff coming up right after this on the WHIN Network. 1 minute here. They're not taking a television timeout. Ashton Dodd with the football teed up the 40, Kern and McDowell back deep. Hits it high and into the end zone by 2 yards.
Not one return.
Nope.
For Gallatin tonight.
That's a weapon in high school. You've got a kicker that can consistently do that.
Certainly. And they seem to find them every year here in Hendersonville. For decades.
Yeah, they've always had some pretty good kickers. Of course, the best being James Wilhoit, who then went on to do a few things up in Knoxville for a few years.
Yeah, Bobby and I talked about that earlier. He was solid.
So here comes Gallatin offense. They will come with twin receivers to the right, at quarterback, Briggs your tailback, and has a nice gain, carries the football out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. He'll get 8 and set up second down and 2.
Yeah, good run. You know, they're just trying to do something positive here and get some points on the board before you consider pulling some different numbers on jerseys out there on the field for Gallatin as well as Hendersonville.
Twins left, Sloan under center, fullback wing right. Briggs is your tailback. Motion is the fullback, Jardarian Wilson from right to left. Long count, give Briggs. Spencer turns upfield. He'll have the first down across the 30 out into the 32-yard line, and it's a Wilson bank trust. Gallatin first down. Now, if you're Gallatin, as you mentioned, just a sustained drive here, guys, to try to score some points and to take some more time off the clock so Hendersonville doesn't see it again.
That's right. Good block by Jared Chabon, left guard pulled there to give the back hold run through to get some positive yardage and a first down.
Well, one thing, guys, going into the beach game in 2 weeks, when they look at this film, they haven't seen a lot from Gallatin tonight other than the fact that the offensive line has struggled against the Hendersonville front. Beach did the same. Here is the handoff. Briggs coming to his right, back into the middle, breaks the tackle, and carries forward across the 35 to the 36. A gain of 4 yards there for Spencer.
It's not often you see a wide receiver pancake somebody, but Ethan Green just pinned her back.
Green's not afraid to block.
No,
He's
it was away from the ball. And you love to see that. A lot of times wide receivers, they don't like to block. They just want to catch. Good block by Ethan Green on the opposite side of the field.
Single receiver each side. New back into the game, Christian Holder, and they hand off to him. And he is rudely stacked up and deposited on his back after maybe hard.
Yeah, not much there. Forward progress is about the only thing.
Call it 3rd and 4. And the third quarter has closed. 12 minutes left in this one. Gallatin down 3. Return to Memorial Stadium right after this on the WHIN Radio Network.
Let's meet for 2018 cheerleader.
We start quarter number 4 here at Hendersonville. Gallatin looking at a 3rd down and 4 from their own 38-yard line. And we'll remind everybody, too, of a moment here. We await for the start of this 4th quarter. Coaches Breakfast live in the morning from 8 to 9 o'clock. You can hear that on WHIN, 100.7 FM, 1010 AM, of course. Sumner County coaches. The Gallatin Green Wave staff will be live in studio with Bobby. You going to come out in the morning? With the band playing tonight. But anyway.
Battle of the bands going on.
Yeah, both
right
bands going at
the
it.
Commandos and the Green Wave.
And they got the PA system going
and the
as
PA
well.
system and everything else you got going on here. So it is loud. Let me see if I can get you
We'll give you a scoring
Give you a
update.
score
Portland's on the board a couple of times, actually. 3:08 left in the 4th. Portland trails Macon County 21-12. So the Panthers trying to make a comeback there, but maybe a little too late in that one, down by 9 points with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, and Station Camps put up 10 points, but they're down in the 4th quarter 35-10 to Beach.
Interesting score there. And here, 35-0 your score. We're still waiting on the signal to go back to play. And I'm going to step out here. Well, Coach Corbett's talking. I was going to ask him just here across the room. I'm not a fan of these delays that we get when we have these events taking place at high school football games. I know fans like it. I would think that, and obviously that there's a lot of
it's just a lot of waiting.
Yeah, a lot of waiting
just
involved.
Hurry up
in
and wait.
this.
I feel like I'm back in the Army. They rush me out there, and then I sit for 3 hours. You know, I'm like, what are we doing? Let's go do something.
Bobby, was the Air Force the same way?
They had better food in the Air Force.
Food's horrible in any branch of the service.
Here goes Gallatin under center. Fake the handoff, dropping, firing, complete to the fullback, Silcox. He'll have the Wilson Bank and Trust first down, lowers the shoulder, takes on Hancock, and they say he stepped out at the 49. He landed at the 50, but it is enough for a Wave first down either way.
Sneaking out of the backfield to get that first down.
So here come the Wave, looking at a 1st and 10 at their own 49,
and the pace is going to get picked up here on this possession for Gallatin. I feel they're going to do some more short passes and trying to get on the board here and not get shut out.
Single receiver each side. Holder, your tailback. Stillcox, the fullback. Motions to the right. Give Holder. Christian stacked up and ripped down. Big number 76 for the Commandos. Wilson Higgs got him by the jersey and just yanked him to the turf.
6'4", 310. That's a big boy.
Yeah, Hendersonville's got
they got size.
Some size.
240 pounds per man average on the defensive front when they're on the when they're running the 50.
They're not
They've
quite
run a lot of 4-3 tonight.
Yeah, they're not quite as big up front as Mount Juliet, but certainly won't be overmatched tremendously when those two play here in a couple weeks.
3 weeks.
Twins left, single receiver to the right, and a high snap over the head, and Sloan's got to go back and eat the football at the 29, and then he is pounded by a player that just dove on him, and there's no penalty marker. Unbelievable there. And Coach Williams is going nuts, and I don't blame him. He was down on the ground, and a player just literally dove right into him, head and shoulders first.
If you're going to get a sideline penalty, now's the time to get one, not earlier.
Yeah, there it is. They just got one.
Yep.
And that's well deserved.
Certainly.
That's ridiculous.
I don't have a problem with that, not at this point in the game. And
a player down on the ground covering the football, and they allow a player just to spear him into the ground as he's down.
Yeah.
You want
to? These are kids.
Gallatin from the sideline. And I think I'd get another one personally, but I know you don't want to get kicked out of here. But
might not be able to coach
that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous that happened. And I don't blame Coach Williams for being upset. And now you got to punt the football.
Well, you know what? That's Coach Williams. What that is right there, Greg, is having your players back.
But you shouldn't have to have your players. That should have been called. Bobby, that's just ridiculous.
3rd down and 45. Been a long time since I've seen that.
3rd and Old Hickory Lake.
And again, the officials are not responsible for the outcome of this ball game as it stands at the moment. But that right there should be something that the TSSAA takes a look at, because there's no way that a coach should be penalized 15 yards because that should have been called when it happened. Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, we go back to setting that up because of the snap. Another bad snap. That's recurring. Yeah. That's been a recurring problem this year.
Over his head.
And I'm just railing on this because
my high snap count for the year, I think, is up to 8.
Yes, I think you're right. Grace Kelly in to punt it away. Hendersonville will send no one back. Now they do drop. They drop a couple of safeties back, but they're not back at normal depth. This is
Ryan Winter.
Actually, they faked it and going to hand off Gallatin here, and it's Malachi Dowell, and he will carry the football out across the 35. And it was a 3rd down, guys. That wasn't 4th.
That's right. They had the clock. They had
the scoreboard. Yeah, the scoreboard said 4th. That was the 3rd down. Now it's 4th down.
We don't.
Well, I guess
I'm like, oh, that's a great call on 4th down, but unfortunately,
I spent much time being upset over the non-penalty call a moment ago.
And punt formation for Gallatin.
Now, this will be Trace Kelly. That was the 3rd down and a handoff, and it gets out to the 36.
And Hendersonville's got punt block. They got the whole line coming.
And Kelly hits it. Ferguson at the sideline, taken out of bounds across the way. And a Gallatin player, that's Ethan Green. Oh, my. This is getting to be.
The injury keep coming up.
Yes, this is going to be ugly.
I would put my sophomores and my backups in. And,
you got chopped on the play behind. Yeah. And as they come out to attend Easton Green, we'll take a timeout. 8:40 left in this one, 35-0 Hendersonville. It's getting bad on WHIN. Was it? Okay. I thought he got shot too. I'll apologize. I want to apologize for what I said about that penalty not being called. That was ridiculous. You can't get up in high school. If you could get up, I get it. But that was ridiculous. Back here at Hendersonville, Ethan Green still out on the field. They are working on his right knee. It looks like a hyperextension. And the coaches have what's called sideline huddle here. It's their filming system. And they went back and looked at it, and it looks like Green hyperextended that knee. He was not contacted. He kind of stumbled on his own and trying to plant hyperextended. He's being helped now by Jarrett Chavone and Anderson Field, and that's not a good injury and not a good night for Gallatin all around. He becomes the third starter that will exit this ball game and looks to be in some severe pain as he is now still being literally carried over towards the training table, and the training staff moving stuff out of the way so that Coach Silcox now, who has him along with Anders Sloan, can get Green there.
Most of the starting
If
core.
ever there was a team that needed a bye week, it's Gallatin.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be a mash unit.
Starters in defense here trying to slow down Hendersonville.
New quarterback in, hand to Rowe. He comes left, breaks the tackle, runs over a man. Good night. That's a big hit. And down the sideline over here across the way and out of bounds. Brent Rowe, 5'11", 180.
Does, yeah.
If that's 180, I'm crazy.
He trucked the defender for Gallatin, Keith McBroom.
Gallatin's gone now to some younger bodies. There's a few starters still in. Yeah. At the 45-yard line in Gallatin territory.
Zion Robbie in replacing 55 Michael Brinkley on the defensive front.
In at quarterback for Hendersonville, Isaiah Chandler. He's under center. And off up the middle and staggering. And, yeah, diving forward is Helton, a junior running back at 155 pounds, carries the football to the 36-yard line.
Ran off the right guard for positive yardage for Hendersonville.
And he gains 9. Here comes second one. Bailey Silcox out. Morgan Smith in at middle linebacker to replace him. Single receiver to the left, wings each way, tight end right. Hand off fake to the fullback. Chandler on the option pitch. And Morris coming up.
Played well.
And yes, he did. Takes him out of bounds across the way. That pitch to Stevie Mack, a sophomore. And he does pick up the first down, but not by much, as Morris there to escort him to the sideline after he crossed the 35 to the wave 34.
That's the first time I've seen Hendersonville run the rear option tonight. I haven't seen that play tonight. So
Clock running, 6:36 left in this one. 35-0 your score, Hendersonville. And more concerned right now are we with the injuries, especially as they're working on Ethan Green at the moment. And the team doctor, Bobby, has made his way over there, and this didn't look good for Ethan.
False start on Hendersonville.
Bobby's headed towards the training table now as we speak. And that 5-yard mark off back to the 38.5, where the Commandos will look at first down and 15. Single receiver to the left. They stay in the wing set.
That may be a false start.
Yeah,
they
fumbled the ball, but recovered by the running back, Holton Porter, and he just carries straight forward and gains the 5 yards back, lost on the penalty.
It should have been another penalty. Greg.
Yeah.
Didn't catch it.
Well, that's not the first one they've missed, and certainly won't be the worst one of the night. I don't want to go back to it again, but there's still 5 minutes left. They can certainly screw up something else before we get out of here tonight.
Yeah, they missed a lot
I don't like to talk bad about the officials. They do have a tough job. It is not a full-time job. They work day jobs like you and I. Here's a handoff on the buck sweep coming left. Upfield carrying the football is Jackson Alford, and carries forward across the 25 and down near the 24 for another first down for Hendersonville. And going back to the officials, as I said, they have day jobs like we do, but there's just no excuse for that non-call on a quarterback laying on the ground on a football and someone diving helmet and shoulder pads first into him and not receiving a flag when in high school you cannot get off the turf and move once you've been down. You don't even have to be touched. Yeah, you do not have to be touched down. It's not like the NFL.
And the whistle
You're
needs to
down.
blow ASAP
Yeah,
in that situation.
and that's not to be called ridiculous, and I'll shut up about that. Handoff into the middle. Alford will carry the football to the 20, and down there, Morgan Smith, the middle linebacker, with the tackle for Gallatin.
More substitutions for Hendersonville. Too many to call.
Yep, they're just running wholesales in at this point. They're going to have a lot of players that have made it into the ball game. And I continue to look. Bobby, any idea what they're saying about Ethan Green down there? I lost Bobby on the sideline. Here come the Commandos. He's walking down the sideline. There he goes. I picked him up. An early movement on Gallatin. Moved defensively. Then the tackle, yes, moved for Hendersonville. Bobby,
Hendersonville's team doctors looking at the left knee of Ethan Green.
Any word on what they think it is?
They don't release no medical information.
No, well, I didn't know if you might have overheard something.
Yeah, and let's see Ethan's mom, Jennifer, down there. Of course, a very concerned parent. Andrew Sloan, real close by. Of course, Sloan and Green, two seniors.
Handoff up the middle to the fullback that time, taken down and wrapped up. Morgan Smith going to get credit on another tackle there as the ball carrier to the 21. There's 3 minutes and 2 seconds and the clock running. If you're Gallatin now, you just want to get out of this thing because you're going to go to the break with 3 key players, Wheatley, Green, and Hyatt, nursing injuries. And I would say as of right now, certainly doubtful even with 2 weeks to go for the beach game, especially Ethan Green. His looks to be perhaps the worst of the bunch. Under center is another new quarterback, and they hand off into the backfield to a new player back there. They're just running them in. This is Antonio Rivas, and the carry by Rivas down to the 20, taking down Morgan Smith there, another tackle for him, and Rivas will have to exit the ball game. He lost his helmet there.
I had a chance to get him in the backfield there, and I couldn't catch the number. I had him wrapped up and broke that tackle. And the Green fingers make the tackle in the end.
Justin Coleman at quarterback for Hendersonville. And now he's coming to the sideline. And, well, he will come to the sideline. I take that back to Dylan Ferguson, number 18, not 16. So Ferguson for Hendersonville.
Who usually plays split in and defensive back for the Hendersonville.
From the 18, they need to get the football down to about the 14, it appears. And off fullback, nothing doing. Tristan Kemp and company wrap him up. Driving backwards, Gallatin will take the football. And have a minute 24. The clock continues, of course, to run with the running clock being in effect here. And so Gallatin will have 1 or 2 plays to come here. And I think we'll see Isaiah Briscoe